You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. That is a quote by Abraham Lincoln. He would go on to say also, no man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Honest Abe, they called him, and for good reason. Abraham Lincoln was potentially one of the most honest politicians throughout history, certainly in America, if you disregard the fact that he had potentially extramarital affairs with men. So he was lying about his sexuality and his religious vows. Regardless, if you ignore that, he was an honest man, okay? Certainly more honest than the man we're talking about in this episode, Boogie2988. That's right, it's the weight of it all, the fall of Boogie2988, the final part talking about the years between 2021 and right now, 2026. I hope you're buckled up. These are the most hectic years, I think. I mean, in my opinion, these are when all the lies culminate and he's exposed as being his true character is exposed, basically. This is when all the lies add up. This is his Abraham Lincoln is actually gay moment, okay? So far in this series, we've seen the rise and fall of the once described Mr. Rogers of the internet, Boogie2988. And yet there is still so much to cover, so much more to cover, which shows that he somehow still has so much further yet to fall. As they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
The harder they fall.
You preeminently laughed then. You got ahead of that one. You were already.
Well, it's just like you could see where it was going, and I liked it. Huh?
Red thread scripts always keep everyone on their toes, all right? They're not at all predictable by this point. When we left off from our previous installment, Boogie had just come away from his legal issues after being harassed by the villainous troll, Frank Hassel. I love using the word like villainous in front of troll. It's such a good term for people that are just like, it's so over the top for what they actually do. Yes, Frank Hassel, for what Frank Hassel did was not good, but using the word villainous is just overkill in my opinion.
Okay. Now, who's Frank?
You don't remember Frank? He was the one that showed up with a gun. No, sorry, he was Frank. The one that.
Okay.
He was the one that showed up to Boogie's house.
Just a little behind the commentary. We don't film these back to back like it's a season of Fallout. This actually has been many weeks since then, and unlike Jackson, who has studiously studied Boogie2988 to the point that I probably would bet that you know more about Boogie than Boogie knows about himself. I can't remember Frank.
I mean, he was a pivotal figure, and I'm worried about your memory.
See, look at how offended Jackson is by this. He's absolutely so angry.
He's one of the main apostles in Boogie's story. It's a very serious thing to forget about Frank Hassel.
It really is. No, I remember the act. I remember the guy existing. I just don't remember his name. And thank you very much for keeping me up to date with that. Go watch episode 2.
His name is descriptive of what he did. He hassles. Like, it's so perfect. I don't know how you could forget. This had culminated in Frank appearing at Boogie's front door and resulted in Boogie's eventual arrest on a charge of aggravated assault for firing a warning shot from a revolver. Although Boogie could have avoided getting into the situation entirely, he was, for the first time in a while, a genuine victim in this event and garnered some sympathy from his steadily decreasing viewership. Unfortunately, this was also one of the last times to date that the internet would be inclined to give him any kind of emotional leeway. We're about to delve into the third installment of Boogie2988's story to date. And yes, I wish I could say this is the final part, but potentially it's not. Potentially this story could go on for decades. I don't know. Modern medical science has gone too far. Like, I could actually see Boogie living to like the age of 80 somehow and giving us many more stories to come.
Yeah, we are only thinking that he will die in a couple of years from technology as we know it. But, you know, the AI revolution might come.
The AI will not let him die.
And he might just become, he
that might be
literally
potentially
become
the
a meme.
most evil thing AI could do to humanity. Forget about the economic shock factor of all the job losses to come. Keeping Boogie2988
Will consume
around.
him. Yeah, turn him into RoboCop.
Yeah, keep him around.
That man is forever in charge of everybody's safety and well-being, firing off many a warning shot.
In this part, we'll discover just how the man. In this part, we'll discover just how far the man can truly fall as Boogie himself gets into increasingly worse situations on his journey to the bottom of the barrel, usually through his own avarice and the desperate need to be liked by all and to constantly be seen as the victim. That's this week on Red Thread. Jordan, it's time to finalize. Time to finalize this chapter. Put this Boogie chapter behind us for the foreseeable future. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty damn good. I've enjoyed delving into what is just commonplace knowledge for Jackson. It's pretty much the same as you are going back in time and telling an Aztec that the sun isn't sentient. You know, like I am learning a lot. This is all just common for you.
Makes sense. He is as big and red as the sun.
Yes, he is. He has his own gravitational mass. I wouldn't be surprised if Boogie, the reason that he is so arrogant is because he literally is the center of the universe. Like he has that much gravitational force on his ass.
The fat jokes have already begun. God, I love it.
And well may they reign.
I see you've trained in my dojo before.
A man of good taste.
A few shout outs before we really get into it. This is going to be a long episode, so please afford us the ability to schlock our stuff. Schlock? Is that the right word? What's the word?
Yeah, I think schlock sounds very accurate. That's a thing,
well,
definitely.
It is very accurate for what
Schlock.
I'm about to talk about. Come schlock yourselves with us to a Smut Rot, where we talk about where we read erotic fan fiction, really bad fan fiction. We've got 2 episodes out right now. You can go watch them. In one, we read My Immortal, a fan fiction about Harry Potter, and in the other, we read the famous Zootopia abortion comic. Both very erotic, as you can tell by the premises that I've just described. So feel free to come along, schlock yourself silly to those. I'm sure you'll have a good time. We certainly did. I mean, it's been phenomenal. Like everyone who's watched the shows has loved it. They're calling it the hottest show of 2026, I believe. I've heard it called that a few times. So that's the title going around. So go check out what makes it so hot. And on top of that, if you're in Australia, come along to Jordan's live shows. He's touring around the country right now to talk about to talk about how the world is going to end, which is pretty timely, I would say. So tickets available, linked below. It's on his website, friendlyjordies.com. So yeah, get tickets. He's touring around all the states. Queensland is up next, I believe. So come along. You might see both of us there. Or you'll definitely see Jordan there. It'd be a pretty bad Friendly Jordies show if Jordan wasn't there.
And who knows where Jackson will pop up in this crazy world. Will he be in Turkmenistan tomorrow? Only time will tell.
We'll keep you posted. So go check out those. Yeah, please do. Smart Rot's great. His live shows are great. More content for you.
Finding a doctor you actually like feels like discovering a diamond in the rough. Sure, you want someone in-network nearby with no time slots, but let's be honest, that's just the start. You also deserve someone who really listens, makes you feel comfortable, calms your nerves, explains things clearly, tells you it's going to be okay, remembers your kids' names if you have any kids, roots for sports teams, makes you laugh, gives you a lollipop when you're a fully grown adult. Why not? Your diamond in the rough doctor does exist, and finding them is easy on ZocDoc. ZocDoc is a free app and website that helps you find and book high-quality in-network doctors so you can find someone you love. We're talking about in-network appointments with more than 150,000 providers across all 50 states. Whether you're looking for dermatology, dentistry, primary care, eye care, or one of the 200 plus specialities offered on ZocDoc, You can easily search by speciality or symptom to build the care team that is right for you. Want to see your doctor in person? Great. Prefer a video visit? You can do that as well. View thousands of verified patient reviews to give a real sense of who your doctor is. Maybe they hate small talk just as much as you do, or root for your sports team. Whatever it is, you can feel confident that you can book with a doctor that you know that you'll love. When they're ready, you can see their real-time availability and click to book instantly. No phone tag, no waiting around. Appointments made through ZocDoc happen fast, typically within just 24 to 72 hours of booking. So you can even score same-day appointments. I'll tell you, next time I have a crippling illness, I know what site I'll be using. Stop putting off those doctor's appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/redthread to find and instantly book a doctor you love today. That's ZocDoc.com/redthread, ZocDoc.com/redthread. Thanks, ZocDoc, for sponsoring this message.
Anyway,
Yes.
that's it.
Now, back to laughing at fatties.
After Boogie's run-in with Frank Hassel and with more attention on him than in recent memory, he had something of an opportunity to reinvent himself and get back to content that people used to know him for. Unfortunately, this opportunity was going to be squandered in an unexpected fashion. After a short hiatus from the internet, Boogie made his return in 2021. During his break, he had mysteriously gained a new obsession that he felt compelled to share profusely with his audience. That particular obsession was the big talking point in financial circles across the internet at the time: cryptocurrency. Yeah, I feel like cryptocurrency exploded in how everyone was talking about it back in like 2020 to 2021. Makes sense due to COVID. But I feel like it's kind of just fallen by the wayside in recent years.
No one gives a shit about it anymore, do they? Well, I suppose also it's moved into a strange space where you have financiers in New York being like, maybe something's going to happen with it. Oh, we'll chuck tens of billions of dollars, which is 30 cents to us, and we'll see what happens.
I think that was back in that 2020 period, though. That's what I'm saying. As soon as, like, I can always tell when something's going to burst like this, when something has moved beyond the opportunity to really invest in it, and where it's gained mass critical attention, I guess is what I would call it. And that's when people like Boogie start talking about it. Like when you hop in a taxi and your taxi driver starts talking to you about crypto and saying that he's leveraged, most of his income in or his savings in crypto, then you know that it's probably a bubble and it's going to burst at that point, and there's no real point in even thinking about it because
that's incredible. Okay, so Boogie is your shoe shine boy before the Great Depression that Roosevelt listened to it. It's like, I've got stocks, sir. And you're just like, all right, that's it. I'm selling everything. Like that's.
I actually do think so.
That was you for Boogie. Okay.
Yeah, I think that is pretty apt. Like Boogie in that role for sure.
Okay, man. I really like the fact that. You have gained so much value from this man.
I know. That's why I feel bad bullying him so much, because he has given me years and years of happiness to some degree. So
financial success, wisdom,
it's
laughs.
not all bad. It's not all bad.
Yeah, really. Has he done anything wrong to you at all?
No,
nothing.
Not to me personally.
He's done nothing but bring people joy.
As it turns out, Boogie had been an early investor in Ethereum, one of the major cryptocurrencies alongside Bitcoin. He had invested in 2019 when it was valued at around $100 USD, but during 2021, the coin skyrocketed in value, reaching a peak of over $4,500 USD in November of that year. Interestingly, Boogie had only invested in the coin due to more financial advice from his YouTuber friend McJuggernuggets. Taking financial advice from McJuggernuggets, classic.
That's a little bit less class than getting it from someone called like Earl C. Montbankingdale or something, isn't it? What was it? MC McNuggernaut.
No, it's just McJuggernuggets, which is even worse. See, that's when you know crypto is deeply unserious. If a guy named McJuggernuggets is giving Boogie2988 financial advice, and they're actually making money out of it, you know something's wrong.
All over.
It's so
something
over.
is wrong. I really like that. Yeah, you can look at all the graphs that you want. The real test of whether something has value or not is, does Boogie own it?
Exactly. Yeah, that's probably the sign that the peak has hit, and it's over from that point.
Head for the hills.
Yeah. I mean, but Boogie, in that sense, he did get in good here. He got in at around $100, and it peaked at 4,500 while he was holding the coin. That is astronomical gains. You don't see that anywhere, really. That's like
No.
That's going to a casino and putting all of your chips on one number in roulette, basically, like the same level of hitting the jackpot. Like this is astronomical, and of course, it's crypto, so it is more or less just gambling. So he has won at this bet, which is, I mean, awesome. That's great. Good for him. Good for Boogie in this situation. And I do want to call back, though, that McJuggernuggets was the same guy who gave Boogie the advice. Jesus, you just dropped something. You were so shocked then.
Sorry, I'm holding a crack pipe at the moment, and that made me quit this awful, awful habit. Like, thank you, McJuggernuggets. You do nothing but give to the world.
Just his name shocked the crack pipe out of your hands. He has so much sway over everyone.
Imagine having a conversation with him.
Such sage advice.
Oh, McJuggernuggets. Is there anything you can't do?
He was the same guy that convinced Boogie in a previous part, I think the previous part of this trilogy, that he should that he should buy a Tesla. Remember that whole arc?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
So, yeah, and then
Awesome.
Boogie blamed him. Remember when he got shit from the audience for, begging for money from his audience while he was trying to buy that and saying that, the audience should give him money so he can afford the Tesla, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
When he got pushback from that, he immediately threw McJuggernuggets under the bus and was like, no, guys, McJuggernuggets is the one that was convincing me. Take it out, blame him. I'm not at fault. I'm the victim here. It was McJuggernuggets' fault for convincing me to buy the Tesla. He when everything's going well, he's more than happy to be like, yes, I'm the genius here. And then when it goes badly, he's like, oh fuck, it was McJuggernuggets, I swear. He was the one that blamed. He was the one that convinced me. It's classic victim mentality.
Boogie's always right. McJuggernuggets is always wrong.
Meanwhile, McJuggernuggets, like, his advice led to Boogie making hundreds of thousands of dollars, and he still gets thrown under the bus.
Yeah, but it was Boogie that took the initiative.
Yeah, let's keep track in this episode if he blames McJuggernuggets again. I have a feeling he might. Well, he had been feeling suicidal in 2019, probably due to the Tesla fiasco. He had been convinced, not just the Tesla fiasco, also the Frank Hassel situation where, he was harassed by Frank Hassel. He had been convinced to take pretty much all of his liquid assets and invest them into the crypto market. The logic being that if he was already suicidal, he could quite literally get rich or die trying. Don't leave the money to friends or family or like your loved ones or anything. Just put it all on red and then kill yourself. And what's frustrating is it fucking worked for him. It worked. His plot worked to make money.
When a man has nothing to lose, that is when he is his most dangerous.
I remember from that time period, like there was a. I mean, he's used his suicidal threats a lot when talking to people to victimize himself, and also to YouTube creators at places like VidCon. I remember there were a few VidCons there where like everyone was saying how Boogie was just going around to every YouTube personality being like, please don't shit on me online, I'm suicidal. I'm gonna do it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I swear I'm gonna do it. Shit, like he was weaponizing suicide, which suicide's not good, obviously, but what's worse than suicide is people who weaponize suicide to try to elicit sympathy from people. And then
unless it's Boogie, in which case it breaks the matrix and it's hilarious.
Yeah,
and
somehow.
he's just, oh man, I really do understand now why this guy is one of the sacred lol cows.
Yeah,
he's a sacred lol cow, and he should be worshipped by Indians in such capacity. He's up there, isn't he? He really is. He's the king. It's like so funny. It's like Chris Chan royalty. Huh?
It's so funny because it's so transparent as well, and I don't feel bad at all laughing at him as a lol cow, because he does it to himself. It's not like he was
Which is the best
It's
trait.
the best type. It's the best type.
Because, you're right. There's a little bit of dirtiness with a lot of lol cows, isn't there?
Yeah, where like Chris Chan, for for whatever the fucked up things that he has done, obviously, which we've talked about in the previous 3-parter that we did on Chris Chan, if you want to go check that out. But like for all of those faults, he still is like very clearly not sane. Like I think that's pretty fucking obvious that he's not all there and never was. And also he's been harassed his entire life by the internet, and he had absent parents, more or less, or even malicious parents. So, you know, he's done horrible things, but also there's a bit that feels bad about jumping onto that bandwagon, more or less, because he doesn't deserve all of it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Whereas Boogie does.
And also because he lies so much, anytime that he does have like a cadence of sympathy, you could just dismiss it immediately as like, he's probably lying about that as well.
Yes, we'll get into that. And then another thing about his suicidal tendencies was around that time period, I remember he put out a video on YouTube. This is how far his fucking suicide threats went. He put a video out on YouTube that was like titled something along the lines of "My Last Video" or something like that, and it was a video of him covering like Frank Sinatra's "My Way" or whatever it is. You know, the one that goes like, "At least I did it my way." You know, the one.
Yeah. The classic suicide song. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was him. It was like a montage or something of him cameo, like singing that song. Basically, like his final song. He said this is what he wants his final YouTube video to be. It's a song of him covering Frank Sinatra. My way. The implication being that he was going to kill himself shortly after posting that.
That's really because that's such,
at least I did it my way.
That is such a cliche and also grandiose as well. Like it's unoriginal and also like such a grand statement. It's just like, you know.
The thing I love about it is
I am the Joker, I am Frank Sinatra,
exactly.
I am it all wrapped in one.
Yes.
Look at what you have missed out on, world.
It is such a cliche.
He's absolutely right. Yes, it would have been very, very tragic if that man left.
It's such a cliche. What's funny about it to me is like, you know, he thought he was a badass posting that. Like,
oh yeah. That is very. He thought, now this is dignity. This is class.
This is how
this is the final word.
Goes out. Anyway,
how can you not love him?
Continuing on with the crypto stuff. The chances that this investment would actually work out were incredibly slim, and yet it seemed that all the stars aligned for Boogie this time, again, because of the gravitational pull. He made a video in January 2021 announcing that he was rich, that crypto had more than tripled his life savings, and that if he ended up quitting YouTube, he would be just fine because he no longer had to work. Despite claiming that this was not him bragging about his investment, he also began frequently posting on Twitter and doing the exact opposite. Here's some examples. This is a quote from Boogie, a tweet from Boogie from February 8th, 2021. Quote, "So, remember I made that video saying I was rich, meaning I'm stable and well off? Well, if crypto keeps doing this, I'll actually be a millionaire for the first time in my life. Pray that it does, folks.
Wow.
I'm happy with what I have, but if the market decides I deserve more, /shrug." So basically emoting that he's shrugging, like he'll accept the money. The fact,
why is he's got such a neckbeardy way of speaking, but go on.
Because he's a neckbeard. Pray that it does, folks. Like he's some hard off guy, like down on his luck on the streets, and that we should all pray for his success.
Yeah.
Off.
The shrugging is
yeah, I mean he talks
annoying.
He talks like the worst people on Reddit basically during that time period, or any of those like those forums where it's like you've got no self-awareness. Like using /shrug and shit like that is
very cool.
Is stuff that you see in like copy pastas and jokes and memes and stuff like that. But then when someone's doing it sincerely, it's like
very cool, very, very cool.
And then here's another tweet. Quote, "I did the calculations, and if I was able to cash out right around 1 million, I could retire. Never worry about surgery again. Travel the world. Get surgery to remove the skin. Take care of my friends. Also, hookers and cocaine, I guess." The joke, of course, being, you know, that he would spend his money on hookers and cocaine.
Yes, he would.
We'll see how that pans out. Quote, another quote. from around the same time. Tweet. Quote, when my crypto investments finally make me a millionaire, I'm going to have hot nurses give me my Mountain Dew intravenously. End quote. So very funny stuff from Boogie, as per usual. He's comedic genius.
And these days, it's especially not about the money, and let me explain why. You remember back in 2019 when I was completely out of my mind and talking openly on Twitter and elsewhere about just deleting myself at some point? I did.
You know that time that I was constantly talking about killing myself? Well, guys, don't worry. You don't have to worry about that anymore. I'm rich. I'm filthy rich.
Did something very stupid that I do not recommend anyone else ever do. But it worked. I basically...
Man, I fucking hate his mannerisms. Like, they're so overacted. You know, where he like...
But the little hands,
side.
the little...
Yeah.
It's just, the little fat wiggly hands. I don't know why they're so... It's almost as if there's like helium in them or something.
I hate his mannerisms because he's like... He's literally like soy jacking
with the intellectual eyebrow raise.
Yeah, exactly. Like... You chuds never thought to spend all your money on cryptocurrency like me, an enlightened centrist.
And I came up with it all by myself. I didn't need somebody called Chicken McNugget Dance for Cheeky Wiki.
Dime I had in liquid funds and invested it in a huge gamble. And I did this at the advice of my friend Jesse Ridgway McJuggernuggets, who guaranteed saying that if the money disappeared...
Oh, wait, here we go. What a friend. Did you hear that?
Ridgway McJuggernuggets, who guaranteed that money, saying that if the money disappeared, he would help take care of me and help me rebuild.
What a nice guy.
Damn,
this McJuggernuggets, this guy... You fucking painted as an evil Machiavellian villain who, tricked you into buying a Tesla. This guy, he doesn't sound that bad, Boogie. He's made you hundreds of thousands of dollars and he's guaranteed it. If you lost anything, you'd be fine. What the fuck?
Fortunately, the money didn't disappear. And my thought process at the time was, look, even if it does disappear, I can always just go ahead through with my stupid plans. And if I end up making a lot of money, then I can stick around to spend that money or leave it to somebody so that it could do some good, give some of it away.
I mean, you could have left the money that you had to people in your family instead of gambling it all away on the off chance that you make money from it as well. And then saying like, well, now that I've got all of this money, I've put $100,000 into cryptocurrency and now I've made, $1 million or whatever. I think it was like $700,000 from it. Then I'll leave it to my family and friends when I inevitably die. Like I'm a hero for doing that when, the responsible thing would have been to just leave that $100,000 initially and not gambled it, left it to your, whatever dependents you may have. Like that's the responsible thing.
I do also like how Boogie is always communicating that he is on the verge of death, whether it be through health or he's always just hanging on by a thread, isn't he?
Well, yes, because it's
always tune in. This could be my last. Huh?
it's maximum victimhood. It's like you'll never. He can never escape trying to portray himself as just as close to death as possible, basically. The biggest.
He always
possible.
does.
I know.
Yeah, I saw the other day you did that like finance podcast, and the whole thing is pretty much like, is this just like a funeral insurance plan, or like that's all he talks about? He's so right. It's like the thing that like Greek mums do of like, maybe I die if you don't come visit. He's doing that. He is that, but on YouTube.
Well, he is. He does do like that.
An ethnic mum.
I'm pretty sure. I probably don't have it in this document, but I really don't doubt that this exists. Like, there's so many different Boogie things going through my head right now, but I'm fairly sure he is like, I just outwardly said at different times, like, if my YouTube career dries up, then I'm dead. Like, I will die from that. So he is weaponized people watching his YouTube videos, basically.
This is my lifeline. Well, as a fellow YouTuber, I fully understand as well. But I'm going to start doing it to try and up views.
One of my, Andrew from the other podcast, one of the funniest things he said about Boogie, and I think I've said this on a previous part, but he basically says that Boogie always talks about himself like he's already dead, like he's post-eulogizing himself, and I can never not hear it, basically. It's so funny. He talks...
Sounds like an astute observation. He does do that.
Yeah, it's great.
Great. Oh,
way, do cool
What a
stuff
man.
with it. First off, let me say that I'm not a financial advisor. I do not recommend that you do what I did. It was a very stupid, risky maneuver. But I invested pretty much everything I had into cryptocurrency. And I pulled it out a couple of times and I put it back in a couple of times. So I probably didn't do as well as I could have, but I invested all the way back here. And yeah, that's where we currently are.
So again, like he's doing this to basically brag. There's no need to go to this amount of detail about all the money he's made. He's showing like, hey guys, look at this graph, this exponential growth graph for Bitcoin or whatever. I invested all the way down here. And now look where it is, giving like people exact numbers, which you really don't need to do. You can say, hey, I won big on crypto. That's fair enough, even though, you know, you're a big YouTuber who should be wealthy anyway. So bragging about this stuff is pretty, you know, pretty unbecoming anyway. Yeah, it's gauche. That's the word I was looking for.
Having said that though, when a YouTuber does do it, I don't mind it. As in, yes, it's really gross, but I really do like looking at their big numbers and going like, wow, that must be nice. And when Boogie's doing it, especially, it's got like a nice layer of, wait a second, he's about to do something stupid. You know, like I'm sure you predicting this man and basically using him as a tool, to figure out if the world is on the verge of financial collapse or not. I really like how that is your indicator tool. There are entire supercomputers in New York right now, all along Wall Street. Probably $500 billion invested into them, predicting these sorts of outcomes. And Jackson's found the workaround. This is the Soviet Union bringing up the lead pencil into space as opposed to spending millions of dollars on a pen that works.
I did not need to spend a cent on Boogie. He's just always been there for me to offer sage financial advice. Without even needing to speak.
And it was fun while doing it. It's incredible. It's actually, if you know how to read the clues like Jackson does, his channel is edutainment. It is financial advice.
Yeah. I do agree that knowing in Boogie's situation, knowing exactly how much he gained is the funnier outcome here, because again, we know how far he will come to fall, which is, you know, even funnier when you have the context beforehand of how much he actually had. So I agree with that. Despite being so openly obsessed with the idea of crypto making him a millionaire, Boogie chose not to sell while Ethereum was going through its explosive moment. That's right. He had Ethereum while it was, you know, exploding and up, I think it was like 45 times the initial investment price. And then it exploded and he still held on to it. He seemed to believe that the coin would continue to grow at the unsustainable rate it had been up until now and decided to hold his investment. On top of that, now, confident in his investment abilities, he began investing in other meme coins such as Dogecoin and Luna to try and replicate his success story. So he went full crypto bro in that period and was investing in every meme coin. Let's see what this is.
To be blunt, you're kind of the home of, I think, what every YouTuber fears, right?
Yeah.
The decline. You went from, if I'm not mistaken,
it's true. That was such a brutal sentence.
Close. I was really, really close. At one point, I had, and I mean like for 2 days, when I say close, for 2 days, I had about $780,000, $800,000 in crypto. Went to bed one night, and it was worth half that when I woke up.
What were you in?
Here's my biggest regret. I originally invested in Ethereum, and this was based on a few friends becoming Ethereum millionaires. And I had like an initial investment of about $200,000. I put it in, and then it fell for the first time.
Yeah.
And like 200,000 went down to like 80. And I'm like, oh, you know what? I don't really need the money right now. I'm making money. I can live off of
How
that.
much are you making?
10 to 15,000, I think.
A month?
Yeah, in a month. Right?
He was making 10 to 15,000 USD a month at the time. That's, you know, that's phenomenal. That's more than most people could ever dream to have.
10
really.
to 15,000 USD. Sorry for everybody who lives in USD, but we live in the far superior currency, AUD.
Yeah, it's about 25,000 AUD.
Well, I actually do genuinely believe that, by the way. Your currency is literally trash. Like, it is pieces of paper. This is stuff that you throw out. I cannot tell you how many times I've gone to the laundromat in the United States and forgot that I had $100 in my back pocket. That is not currency. That is confetti. That is the same thing that happens when I leave tissues in my pocket. That
Okay.
is your money.
I wasn't expecting such a passionate rant here about the paper.
Me neither, actually. I didn't know that I was so passionate about that point myself, but here we are.
Okay, very good.
And ours has different colors. So
Yes.
it's a superior, long-lasting confetti. All right?
Yeah, put that in your pipe and smoke it, Americans, I guess.
Well, you can. You can smoke your money.
Yeah, you
We've all
literally
seen rich guys burn $100 cigars. But
Oh, there was a but here. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how much that is in Australian dollars.
I said
That's
25,000.
probably It's like 25,000 Oz.
Yeah, 10,000 would be
He's
about
on a good wicket.
17,000.
He's on a good wicket.
That's fantastic. I mean, that's that's more than most
A
people make
big
a month.
man living large. You love to see it, don't you?
So remember that every single time he talked about during that time period how broke he was and stuff like that, if he was spending or if he was burning through, like that's the kind of money that should be just piling up in your savings account or in proper investments, basically in index funds and stuff.
Yes, it should.
So unfortunately, oh wait, we didn't finish watching this clip.
Incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, incredible wealth. Eventually, that crypto went up to past my investment point. If I held onto my Ethereum right now, if I had never needed to dip into it and I had not gambled on stupid altcoins, I probably have about 1.5 million in Ethereum right now.
Even still, like I don't even.
Yeah.
Okay, what year was that? What year was that?
The initial investment happened in 2019. No, 2019. Yeah.
Okay, how much did you put into Ethereum?
200,000.
200,000 in 2000.
The initial investment was in 2018.
Okay.
And then the first market crash.
2018. Let's say you put it at the beginning. S&P 500 was worth 271. Now it's worth 458. It would have almost doubled. Almost doubled. To
If I put in like
400,000.
traditional stocks or
And
traditional.
just the S&P 500, just following the market in general.
Yep.
Was there not a single person surrounding you? Was there not a single person just in your YouTube circle, in the family circle, who's like, dude,
I had the
you're
opposite.
making money.
I had the opposite. I had people telling me you should invest in crypto.
See, all right, we've already got another marker for blaming Big Nuggets here. Like, Big Nuggets' advice led him to making the money, which is, I mean, it's bad advice, but it did work out in Boogie's case. Like he said, he would have had like $1 million or whatever, $1.5 million if he held. But now it's McJuggernuggets' fault that he didn't hold.
It's a great. He's figured it out. This is a man that has devoted as much time. Jackson has devoted a lot of time into studying Boogie, and Boogie has spent a lot of time figuring out how to externalize blame. Like, what's the word? Cred maxing.
Yeah.
He is
He's
the
sharing the credit.
clavicular of. He's
generous with
clavicular of
credit.
taking credit. and blame meaning. He's just blame mogged Juggernuggets.
yeah.
He's blame mogged Juggernuggets. Like, really, this man is a Chad.
Unfortunately for Boogie, he ended up missing the boat to cash out and have enough to comfortably retire. Ethereum continued to drop back in value after its insane peak and didn't recover. Note that it has peaked to similar levels a few times since 2024, but Boogie has likely long since sold his shares or had to, pull the money out. Like he said in that video that we just watched, like he said that he had been dipping into that investment, basically, like pulling out the money whenever he needed money, which obviously, obviously that then your investment goes down. Unfortunately for Boogie, he ended up, sorry, I read that. Similarly, his attempt at catching lightning in a bottle twice by investing in meme coins didn't pay off either, as he had only minor successes with them at best. Despite acknowledging that he had been lucky, Boogie didn't seem to actually realize just how lucky he had truly been, that his high-risk investment had worked out. The investment of his savings into crypto was a major loss for Boogie. By February of 2022, he had lost all of his gains to be back at a break-even point, meaning he had lost a reported $500,000 in profits
Don't from his
his
say that.
initial investments
No.
due to his blunders, and that's in like 2 years.
That reminds me of that scene in The Simpsons where Homer freaks out when he goes to that alternate universe because Marge says, "What's a donut?" And then he runs back into the time machine and then it starts raining donuts.
Yes, that's my first thought as well.
Oh, really? Was it?
Yes,
Wow.
yes,
Well,
totally.
there you go. I didn't realize how universal that was.
We're linked up.
You don't
on
think
that
about
one.
that?
No, I'm a big fan of The Simpsons. I don't know what you're talking about. Is that a Treehouse of
You don't
Horror
remember
episode?
Marge, my dear? Hand me a donut. What's a donut?
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. I do remember that now.
Yeah, well, every time I see that, even though it's animated, even though it's been around for 20 years, it still makes my heart wrench. And I don't know, do you have that same feeling listening to that? Or are you just hashtag sucked in Boogie?
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him.
Hashtag sucked in Boogie.
I don't feel nearly as bad for Boogie as I felt for Homer in that situation. No.
And Homer's not real.
By June of that year, the crypto market experienced a major downturn, which further impacted his investments. By October 2022, he was in panic mode and decided to make his now infamous video entitled, "I Need Your Help." So remember, I want you to remember this in context.
Oh, thank God.
In context, he had gained like $1 million from crypto.
Mm-hmm.
He was also making $10,000 to $15,000 a month in the years before this. He had everything that he could possibly need to set himself up for the remainder of his life comfortably, in luxury even. Like that's a crazy amount of money, USD.
It is.
To pull it all out, just keep it
undeniable.
You're like when crypto hit its peak, just pull it all out, keep 100,000 in the bank or whatever to live off of, and then just chuck the rest in the S&P, right? Like just could have done that and then lift off the interest or whatever. So just remember that.
Yep.
What does he do instead now that he's lost all of that?
On this beautiful fall day. Is it fall officially? I think it is. But in my backyard with my puppies. And I want to have a conversation with you.
Well, this is a video I've dreaded making. But it's time. So I'm asking for your help as we head into the holiday season. Not happy about it, but here we are.
Yes, he's not happy about it, guys. Everyone feel bad for Boogie having to e-bag.
So if you've been watching the channel lately, you know the last 3 videos I've uploaded were Francis videos, and that's by design. They're attention grabbers, they're polarizing, the algorithm likes it. So I'm trying to dig my way out of the hole that I currently find myself in. I know not everybody's a huge fan, but there's other reasons I'm making those videos as well. There's good and there's bad reason, and let me start off with the good. The good news is, if you've followed me for any amount of time, back in 2019, you'll know I had a nervous breakdown. And I had to take a huge break from this job. And I still did the bare minimum. I was on Twitter too much. But I only made like 1 YouTube video a week or every 2 weeks. I only live streamed like once a month. And it's because I needed a break from this for the first time in like a decade. And I was hoping that...
Break from what? He like releases a 2-minute video once a week where he's just, or a video where he talks into the webcam for like 5 minutes. Like you can't say with a straight face that he's been in the coal mines working hard, working a real man's job for 10 years straight, and he needed a break, guys. Like, what are you talking about? Like you and I mean, you do a lot of work, obviously, with Friendly Geordies. That's like fully investigative journalism. That's like a lot of work, a lot of danger in that as well. But like, even we're pretty lucky for getting to do the things that we do in terms of work. Like
absolutely.
He's like
definitely.
His workload would be like an hour a week, maybe. And he's making $10,000 to $15,000 a month from that.
Is that seriously what it is?
What?
God,
Boogie?
I'm so glad that you know the ins and outs of the YouTube world. He's working an hour for 15 grand.
Yeah.
It'd have to be up there with like Saudi princes. It'd be that level of pay.
I mean, I think he was uploading a video every 3 days, maybe at his like peak, of him just talking to a webcam for like 10 minutes, basically, about things, and then doing a Boogie skit video where he would he would break a table or something like that. It would be like a 5-minute video. I could say maybe 30 minutes of work went into those. He never used thumbnails, or if he did, they were like, just thrown up in paint, just different things thrown on paint. Very, low effort thumbnails, let's call them. Everything else was low effort. It's just all low effort, right? So yeah, I really don't see how he could have worked maybe more than 1 or 2 hours a week. And regardless, like he has the idea of him saying he needs a break, a holiday from this line of work after 10 years of doing it, when most people, 99%, 100% of the people watching the videos would argue with good reason and good basis for the argument. They would argue that he has been on holiday for 10 years already
It's finally time to get a job, and his job that he immediately reverts to his bum.
That was his instinct, yeah. Time to panhandle. Time to get back to work. Give me money,
Will
please.
drop pants for food. Yeah.
Let's continue watching.
Yeah, will emotionally dack myself. I really, yeah. Look, very good insights into this, Jackson, but do continue, because this guy, and also on top of that, as I have pointed out in previous episodes, I do like the cadence in the way that he speaks. He is, what every neckbeard wishes they were. Anyway, go on.
My audience would be there for me, and so many of you are. I'm so grateful. So many of you are watching the videos, you're watching them to the end, you're dropping a like, you're sharing them with friends, you're commenting, you subscribe, you're doing all the YouTube stuff, and it means the world to me. And I know I'm in a position where mentally and physically, I'm ready to make this type of content again. Spiritually, mentally, physically.
I've healed, guys. I can now make my low effort slop again.
So good.
I can now set aside an hour a week to rage as Francis.
I am ready. Don't judge me, love me.
Possible way. I'm excited to make it. I'm enjoying writing for the character again. I'm enjoying acting it out. I'm plotting things out with my friends. I'm looking forward to making a huge Halloween video, a huge Thanksgiving video, a huge Christmas video. I feel good. And I'm excited to do it again. The bad reason is I'm finally in a position where I have to get back to work. And I'm not making any excuses here. You know, I spent...
Here comes 500 excuses.
It's always the case. I love it.
Dumb things. But the biggest issue is that I had a nice big nest egg. I took some financial advice from a friend, and I'm not pointing fingers.
I wonder which friend that
is. Oh, come on, Boogie.
So he lost all his money.
What are you doing if you're not pointing fingers?
Well, yeah, weak. So every other time you're happy to blame McJuggernuggets or give McJuggernuggets, credit for putting you on the crypto path.
Necessarily, I took the advice, but I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything.
See what he did there, right? I'm not making excuses or anything. He proceeds to make an excuse about what, like, him putting his money in the wrong spot of the crypto market, while also saying that the advice came from a friend, an unnamed friend, which we know as McJuggernuggets. We know from other things. But yes, he's directly blaming McJuggernuggets for his financial failure, when the advice from McJuggernuggets put him in the position to make $1 million anyway, if he had just taken the money out when it had skyrocketed. So it's crazy to blame McJuggernuggets in this situation, still expecting people to believe
Well, he's not naming any names. And that's the... I love this. I think it is... I've never actually watched this video. I know that it's a very famous one. Mm-hmm. You raise a good point, Jackson. But man, this actually is like... this is a filmed, famous version of the junkie at the train station being like, please, bruh, my mum's in hospital. I need $2 for the train.
Except there's a guy that was just making $15,000 a month just a year ago and had $1 million in crypto. Being like, please,
yeah, but without the crippling addiction to heroin,
bro.
And instead the crippling addiction to views.
It's not my fault I lost all my money. It's McJuggernuggets' fault. Yeah, that does sound like something I'd hear from a trainer.
Yeah. His addiction is vinyl pop.
But again, I'm team McJuggernuggets here. Like, I don't like him as a YouTuber or whatever. I think he's made a few scam products as well. I'm not fully team McJuggernuggets. I'm team McJuggernuggets in this situation. What?
Are you trying to downplay the good name of McJuggernuggets?
I don't like him.
Are you saying that man would be somewhat of a character that you can't trust? Is this it? Well, I thought that we could have started the quote of the beginning of this episode with McJuggernuggets instead of Honest Abe. So, Jackson, like, I feel like you're just being unnecessarily harsh.
No, I'm Team McJuggernuggets in this situation. I'm defending McJuggernuggets against Boogie.
Yeah, but you should be Team McJuggernuggets in all situations,
No,
Jackson.
he made an app called Storyfire that was an obvious scam, and I don't respect him for that.
To put it into Bitcoin. To cover Boogie. He was doing it all for Boogie. More than you've ever done, Jackson. All you've ever done is take from Boogie.
That's true, I have. I've never given anything to Boogie.
You have. Oh, my God. You are a little thief. You would be like in the Middle Ages, opening up and then seeing your prize cow, and there's some little ghoul at the bottom sucking all of the milk out
That's
of the
me.
teat.
Give me that Boogie calcium, baby. Makes my bones strong.
It does. It definitely gives you an emotional boner at the very least.
For sure. It stimulates me in ways that it's probably unhealthy to be stimulated in.
I only thought a woman could.
It's coming from this morbidly obese YouTuber.
It's confusing. It's exciting. Yeah.
It's a new feeling. One that I don't want to leave. No, so McJuggernuggets. I'm Team McJuggernuggets in this situation because A, he gave him the financial advice that led him to having $1 million nest egg, while also guaranteeing, like, if you lose your initial investment, I'll make you whole. Or whatever. And then Boogie makes $1 million from that. Then it's his fault if he doesn't pull it out of that situation. Like then it's all on him. Like, you can't blame McJuggernuggets at that point. And it's also not on McJuggernuggets if that $1 million that you've grown, you lose all that. You can't then go to McJuggernuggets and say, make me whole, give me $1 million. Like, that doesn't make sense. It's only your initial investment that he was guaranteeing.
I suppose not. Yeah.
So, It's you can't blame him in this situation. It's all you. You didn't pull out at the right time. That's your fault.
Sure.
That sucks.
Sure.
That really sucks. It is what it is, though. I mean, like, I've come to terms with it, but I need to get back to work. I have some savings, but they're going quickly. And if I don't start live streaming and making content and getting ad revenue and stuff again, I'm going to lose everything.
That's your fault.
And I definitely do not want to do that. So that's why I'm asking for your help today. And it's as simple as two groups of people here I want to talk to. The first of which is fans who just like the content. If you click on videos you like and you watch them to the end and you drop a like and you leave a comment and you share it with friends and you click the notifications, you do the YouTube stuff, you're doing plenty. If that's all you want to do, if that's all you can do, I love you to death. You mean everything to me, right? There's a second group of people who might find themselves able to do a little more, and if you're one of those people, I'm asking for your help today too. Do you like the t-shirts I have? This one's not in the merch
It's like a presidential address.
It's like a World Vision ad.
It's like no,
Oh, that's an even better way of putting it. Yes,
I think rallying the troops.
It is a combination. All right. It's General Napoleon making a speech for World Vision. It's everything. It's quite epic. This deserves every view that it gets, and I really feel like the dislike ratio is too unfair on this. I'm dropping a like on it right now. I'm typing it in.
That's what he wanted. You're in the first group. You got to send him $50 to be in the second group.
But there's several, and I'm making.
But that's all I can do, Boogie. But I did my bit.
If you like a t-shirt, buy a t-shirt. I make like a $9 profit off of a $25 purchase. If you don't want to buy something,
so buy my $25 shit shirt, and I'll get $9 of it.
Please, for the love of God.
Why not just ask for $25 in that situation? Be like, just send me $25. I'll get the full $25 in that situation.
I don't know.
Now you got a shit shirt, and I get to keep $9.
Me directly, you can shop with one of my sponsors. That's always an option as well. If you like a product I'm selling, get involved with a sponsor, shop through them, use my code. If you're in a position where you only...
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to subscribe to the Boogie2988 channel when he's serving up content like this? A 6-minute impassioned plea to please send him money. That's what you're getting. Content-wise.
Like $1 or $5, you can super chat that when you like a video.
You got $1 or $5?
You can.
You know what you can do with that? You can super chat that shit. Just give me that fucking money.
You can pledge $5 a month, $10 a month on the channel membership program. And if you do that, if we can get up to like 100 members, I want to start making special clips and videos that'll stay member only for the people who want to see that stuff. Well, my way of saying thank you to you guys.
That's not a way of saying thank you. That's you're accepting money to do something. Then it's not. You're not courteous in that situation.
That's his way of saying thanks.
Yeah, I'll be generous enough to give you something in return. I'll turn on a webcam and fart into it for you once a month, maybe, if we get to that point. That's my way of saying thank you. Like, what?
It seems like that'd be too much effort for Boogie. I reckon he'd forget to do it.
Yeah. I mean, his Patreon, he had a Patreon with
Just at home.
Earlier on.
I forgot again. Sorry, guys. Next month. What?
He had a Patreon, and he had set it up in the same fashion a few years earlier, where he's like, everyone subscribed to it and stuff. I'll post, shorts and stuff like that, or bonus content and stuff. I don't think he posted one thing there. He just accepted all the money and then let it dwindle over time as people realized that he wasn't posting anything there.
Yeah,
if you
the
watch my
classic
live
Patreon
streams,
move.
you want to donate, throw bits at me, subscribe there. That's obviously also an option. I've never really pressed my Patreon or pressed channel memberships, but I kind of have to now.
Oh, poor guy. Don't you feel sympathy for him as he looks up into the sun? The tortured soul that Boogie is. He's tried everything. He's tried nothing and he's all out of options.
It's incredibly epic. If only put some cheap Hans Zimmer music in the background.
And the biggest issue I think I'm facing is that YouTube is starting to take my old videos out of rotation. The Francis flip the table, the Francis Mountain Dew video, the dramatic fat guy splash. Those videos made next to no money because they were short and because they didn't get a lot of ad revenue and they were demonetized or limited ads. Now they're making no money because they're literally not getting views anymore, which is fine. I mean, I get it. YouTube has to update. It just kind of puts me in a bad position and puts me in the position.
Yeah, well, you should have planned for that. You got 10 fucking years out of those, 6-second videos of you falling into a pool. That's pretty fucking good. That's pretty fucking. Maybe you should have spent 10 years planning for when they eventually disappeared. The
modern age is so stupid, isn't it? And then at the end of that, it results in a man begging as a result of all of the coverage that he got of being fat and falling into a pool.
If your long-term fucking retirement plan is your video of you falling into a pool or flipping a table,
6 seconds,
that are 6 second long, then you really,
I'd say, look, it's riskier than Bitcoin. I'll give it that.
I'm making this video. So what do you get for your money? Here's what I'm going to try to do. I can't promise any weight loss stuff because you guys know. That's not a thing I know that I can do for you, but I can promise.
Well, at least he was honest about that. He had spent 4 or 5 different other times of saying, I'm going to lose weight this time. Got gastric bypass, started gaining weight after that somehow. Shit like that. So at least he's being honest.
That's very impressive.
This now.
Good on him.
Francis videos throughout the holidays. I can promise you quality t-shirts, quality sponsorships. I can
what? Nice. Quality t-shirts and sponsorships.
I can promise you quality sponsorships.
It's like a Chinese walker. Quality t-shirts now on sale.
I can promise you quality
only the
sponsors?
best. Only the finest garments. Straight from the silks of China they are.
If you give me $5, I
Hand
can promise
together
you.
by New Delhi seamstresses, all to you for $25.
Quality.
And of course, what other quality could you ever put on it? A Gucci logo, perhaps? Polo Ralph Lauren? No, just Boogie. Just the word Boogie. That's
the brand, yeah. Quality.
brand.
I can promise you, quality sponsorships is so fucking funny. That's so good.
I have many ways to sell you.
Yeah. Your benefits are getting pretty fucking low.
This is great. Begging in the 21st century is incredible.
No, that's a new one.
There's just straight up begging, as in, please, sir, can I have some more? Which is what he's doing. The whole story narrative behind it, and that's why I need your help, like a very Oxfam-y kind of thing. Rallying the troops. What's the noble cause? Boogie has made some poor financial decisions.
Now you have to pay for it.
And you must pay the price.
It's like
and also on top of that, McJuggernuggets would have paid the price if I didn't frequently throw him under the bus.
His YouTube channel is a welfare program. That's all it is.
I love it. Yeah. That's
And
great.
all he has to offer you is quality sponsorships. Don't go anywhere else for sponsorships.
Only the finest.
Oh, it's so
offer
funny.
you rambling videos. I can offer you private videos in
I
the
can offer you rambling videos. Great.
membership section and interaction there. I can offer you
No, only fans, Boogie.
whatever
It's
you
time.
want. I literally tell me what you guys want in the comment
Jesus.
section.
Okay, well,
I will
we
work
want
on it. I will
only
do it.
fans.
Yeah, do it. No, don't. He would do that. I
Do
don't want- I
only
don't want
fans.
that. I don't want that. I'm good.
Yes, you do. Don't lie, Jackson. You
I'll
want
try
it
to
more
make
than
it
anyone.
I'm not wanting just free money for no reason. You tell me.
I mean, you literally
really?
are wanting free money for no reason.
No, he wants free money. He wants it. It's all right. Just say it. Come on.
what you want me to do,
And
and I'll try to make it do. I'll try to make it happen. So I'm going to go back to writing and filming Francis sketches right now. Literally, I have therapy. But then after therapy, I'm working on a few ideas. And I just appreciate you hearing me out. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, even if you don't have a dime to give, you're making my dreams come true already. You're keeping me safe.
He's like a cancer patient. What the fuck? Oh, I mean, that is pretty apt, actually. But you know what I mean. I'm making a young Boogie's dreams come true.
Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much, and I'll speak with you again soon. Wow, that
No,
was
I love
an
you too,
uncomfortable video to make. That was uncomfortable to watch.
Jesus fucking Christ. Absolutely out of touch. Like, has not been in touch for a decade. That's what that looks like.
I mean, it looks like that because that's exactly what it is.
Fan reception to this was, as you could expect, horrendous for someone who had been flaunting their newfound wealth.
No.
Yeah, only to be back to his financially destitute e-begging ways so shortly after he received an incredible amount of justified criticism. Viewers were also quick to point out that he was likely filming this video outside so as not to be seen sitting in his typical office setup surrounded by thousands of dollars worth of collector's items and toys. Certainly at least a step up in common sense from others we've covered in the channel before, like this one. You should have done it in front of this in his normal setup with all these like figures and stuff in the background. But honestly, like the same. Yeah, you've seen Boogie's main setup, right? With like all the cheap toys around him and like the arcade cabinets and shit like that.
Well,
like,
as I've learned from you with your extensive Pokemon collection, those are all collector's items. Yeah?
well,
That
mine
is
are.
not Boogie's.
I don't.
What Boogie's is just around a bunch of McDonald's plastic crap. No, but that, even those old McDonald's toys, like I bet you those Batman cups they used to sell are probably worth millions of dollars each now.
Yeah, but then sell them. Especially if you're going to the point of e-begging online, then you should have sold everything that, you know, is not.
That's what
tied
I'm saying,
down.
right? So like everything that Boogie has in the background is not just landfill.
No, I think it
worth
is. I think in
things.
Boogie's case, it actually is just that's all cheap shit. Like those arcade cabinets that are behind him, they're those cheap gimmicky ones that you just find online for like $200 or whatever. But you know, they don't accrue in value by any means.
Okay.
He's Magic the Gathering cards. Maybe that's the most I would say has like collector value from what I've seen that he has. But all the other shit is just like cheap nerd shit that he just decorates his entire room to look like a fucking, you know, neckbeard's cave, basically.
Neckbeard Paradise, yes.
Yeah.
Neckbeard Fortress of Solitude.
Mhm.
Yes, okay.
So this fan says, quote, just remember the reason this video was filmed in his garden is because if it was filmed in his office, we'd be able to see his thousands of dollars worth of arcade machines, magic cards, and gaming memorabilia. Another person says, quote, tell me what you want, as in he's quoting Boogie, what Boogie said in the video. And then he says, I want you to wake up early, go to work so you can pay for your studies at night like me and a million other people do. 521 likes on that person. Yeah, this was a really good comment.
Assessment.
This is a really
Poor
good comment.
Boogie.
Quote,
Yeah.
here is a man who was awarded for his hunger and work as an entertainer, which raised his financial rank so much so that he forgot what a growling stomach sounded like. Now, after years of leisure and complacency, he becomes reacquainted with the growl and turns to those who experience constant growling to help him make it stop. End quote.
No.
So good.
Oh, far out. Each of them tearing away. Oh man, that was a very good quote. You're right.
Once again, Boogie was being financially irresponsible as a man in his mid-40s and expecting his viewers to foot the bill. Somehow, despite all of his past actions, some viewers were still sympathetic enough to donate around $1,000 total to him. He made a video thanking people for their generosity and acting shocked that people donated, despite the fact that he begged fans to do so, and addressed some positive and negative comments he received from the video. Oh, yeah. So here a commenter points out that Boogie was asking for support to maintain a very privileged lifestyle, which he responded to by saying that other people certainly needed his fans' money more than him and encouraged people to donate to them. He says, I'm going to play the clip now.
Luke Sullivan wrote this, and if you want to read the whole thing, hit pause and take a look. But basically, he points out the fact that I'm not...
Oh, there's his man cave, by the way, just for you to get reacquainted with it. Like all the arcade machines in the background. And like,
so how much do you think that they're worth, Jackson? Would you have any idea?
No,
of that?
I don't have any idea about the arcade machines. Probably, again, I think they're like cheap. Those ones are like cheap for arcade machines. These aren't like any well-known ones. They're probably like
anything special.
No,
Okay.
they're probably like $200 that he got off some online distributor or something. The rest of the stuff, they genuinely just look like cheap hand-me-downs, like all these toys and shit. But I don't know. I'm not an expert on that. Like the only gaming collection stuff I have are like old retro consoles and shit. Like
yes,
the N64, the GameCube, my Game Boys, my DSs and shit like that, and the Pokemon games, I guess.
Okay, you don't have to sound so Gollum-y when you're talking about it.
They're mine.
Precious.
You're asking me so you know what to steal from me.
Games. Yeah, that's what you were thinking.
You stay away. I swear I don't have much.
Garbage in comparison to my Pokemon Silver. Yes, mint condition. All for Jackson. I genuinely think that would happen. Like if there was a fire in your house, you would take it all out, and then your Pokemon fire would like be in there, and you just be like, no, how ironic, and it would melt, and then you would melt with it, just like doing that, like
It's a Horcrux.
melting.
I'd run into the fire to shield it from the flames and hope that it survives beyond me.
Yeah, you would come out disfigured. You would come out looking like Magmar, the Pokemon, just being like, ugh. To save this like console instead of just buying another one for like $300.
Yeah.
But it's not Jackson's. It doesn't have property of Jackson.
With a little sticker on the bottom.
Maintain a very nice lifestyle of staying in this house and paying my roommate to help me with it and living a high quality life. And before you give money to someone like me, you should really consider there's people out there who need your help a lot more than I do.
Why is that up to the audience to decide that, to make that determination? Why aren't you
It's a judgment call.
Why aren't you thinking about
Life
the fact
is
that
objective. It's postmodernism.
you're
Baby.
e-begging with all this shit around you, all this stuff that you could sell, all of this, like you could sell the house and move somewhere smaller or whatever. Like,
yes, you could do
that's
that.
your responsibility, not your viewers. And instead now you get to look like the good guy. You're like, now that you've made whatever money you could have from the last video, you come out and say, you know, you should have spent the money on homeless people or whatever instead of me, guys. Come on. Like, guys, that's not you. Guys, please. Spend it on people that really need it, guys. He can't help himself. He needs to look like the good guy.
Yeah, no, it's a real need.
We have another clip from that video.
Thank you. It is a pleasure to watch all
This
of this.
commenter left a comment that the majority of people left, which basically boils down to, I have no sympathy for you. You need to get out there and work just the way that I am. And I got a lot to say about that. First off, he's not wrong. The majority of people need to work for a living at a 9-to-5 job. And I might very well be one of those people. And I've started looking. This deck is stacked against me a little bit, though, because keep in mind, I've been disabled since 2008.
Yes.
I don't have a working back. I can barely stand up. I can barely move. That's why I have to be in the pool for exercise. That's why boxing was probably only a pipe dream, but it's something I work towards anyway and will continue to work towards. On top of that, I'm mentally ill. I also have no work history. Pretty much ever. The last job I actually had was back in 2007, and the woman who hired me for a small business has been dead since 2008. On top of that, I'm also a felon. So I need to find somebody who hire a mentally ill, disabled felon with no work history and no degree.
Now, Jackson, pause that for a second. Why do you think that that's always his go-to?
Well, because there's a
This is
shred
something
of
that you
truth in
hear
it.
over and over in any interview that has ever come up with him. Why don't you get a job? And then he's got his talking points solid there. Why do you think that that's the case? Do you think that he actually is mentally ill and that's all
Yes, he's clearly mentally ill.
part of it? Or, yeah.
You don't get
But I
that
suppose
fat
there's a lot of
unless
mentally
you're
ill people that
mentally
get a
ill.
job.
Yeah, I mean, look at him. He's a person that's mentally ill. Yes, he's a felon, but he was only a felon
Sure.
like recently, let's say. But regardless, like I don't think that's precluding him from anything. I think it's a easy cop-out card to use that you're a felon, but sure. Fat, sure, but I mean, he already works at a desk for the 1 hour a week anyway, so he could do call center work and shit like that. I'm completely, yeah. I mean, there's
call
absolutely
center
jobs
work.
he
Yeah,
could get.
that makes sense.
There's absolutely jobs he could get, and I'm fair. I can understand he's not going to be out in the fields, fucking, mowing lawns or at
He's
like
not
doing
going to be working for
checkout.
Jim's mowing. Yeah.
No, he's not going to be doing anything like that. He's going to be locked to a chair, to a seat. But you're a fucking adult. You're a 45-year-old man. Like not giving up on yourself, giving up on that before you've even really explored it. Going in with this mindset, it's very clear he doesn't want a job. He just wants to e-bag, or he wants his YouTube career to provide for him forever.
Totally.
So he's using that as a cop-out, obviously.
Yeah.
But the reason why he uses it so much is because there is a shred of truth in it, obviously. Like all the things that he points to are true and do make a job search harder, but they're all pretty much his fault. So suck it up. Suck it up, sugar tits. Find a job. Stop e-begging.
Out there. I just don't know where it is yet. But if I find it, I'll take it. The good news is,
Yes, I'm sure you will.
Yes, definitely. He's been looking. But it's great. Yeah, that job agency thing was very iconic of Boogie. Walking into the job agency and just being like, okay, so I'm a murderer, rapist. Ped, I'm a ped. Did I mention that? Everything.
Well, he didn't say he was a
just to
ped.
include himself.
He said, if you look me up online.
No, like he just anything that he could think of to rack off and just be like, this is another reason.
I mean,
why
he did say, he said,
I want to walk.
If you look me up online, you'll see people calling me a pedophile and abusive and things like that. That's what he said.
Yeah, it's like
so. Yes, he goes in wanting,
done it.
obviously wanting to fail, not find a job.
Yes, yeah, and very obviously,
very obviously, transparently so. Like
transparently
so fucking weak and pitiful and pathetic. Though this e-begging for around $1,000
not Chad at all
certainly seems like a minuscule gain for undermining your credibility and dignity, for the level that Boogie was in by this point, it probably wasn't too much of a sacrifice. In October 2022, less than a month after the e-begging video, Boogie released a life update where he discussed his health concerns, particularly his rapid loss of 18 pounds, which he believed wasn't simply due to dieting. So again, this is less than a month after the e-begging video. I want you to remember that because it is important in the future.
Mm-hmm.
He revealed that his doctors had identified an alarmingly high red blood cell count, which would be monitored for a few weeks to see if his testosterone medication was the culprit. While not explicitly stating there was something serious to be anxious about, this update was a soft launch for another video released a few weeks later. On the 16th of November, Boogie uploaded a video entitled, I Have a Rare Form of Cancer. As the title suggests.
Yes. Oh, we've entered the promised land. Oh, like, okay, we are getting into the territory of I have heard of these indiscretions.
Mm-hmm. This is where it all ramps up. This is where it hits the mainstream.
This is where his true fame has been built.
Yep. As on the 16th of November, Boogie uploaded a video entitled I Have a Rare Form of Cancer. As the title suggests, Boogie revealed to his fans and the internet that he had been diagnosed with polycythemia vera, a rare form of blood cancer which elevates one's red blood cell count, claiming it was a side effect of his testosterone medication that he had been taking for 8 years. Naturally, this came as a devastating shock to his remaining audience and even to some of his critics, but he eased their concerns that the diagnosis was manageable and pointed to the lengthy 20-year expected lifespan of those diagnosed with the condition. He closed out the unexpected video with a solemn and encouraging statement of his endearing spirit to continue working on himself and inspiring others in spite of the horrible news.
Remember how I lived, not how I died.
It's important to keep in mind that within the announcement, Boogie specifically stated that this was an official diagnosis following a lengthy discussion with his doctor. Loyal fans and unassuming viewers were left with nothing to do but offer support and sympathies, as of course, skepticism and shamefully prodding for further information about a matter as serious as cancer would be inappropriate, to say the least. And who on earth would lie about such a thing? Well, we'll come back to that one. But first, we've got to tackle the 2023 boxing match with Wings of Redemption. It was a boogie match. It was a classic. the best boxing match in our history, really. This 2023 boxing match with Wings of Redemption was.
Absolutely.
Did you see it?
I saw, because like, how long did it last? Like 40 seconds?
6 seconds, yeah.
6.
It was 2 rounds.
It lasted 6.
It was 2 rounds. He lasted a full round.
How can it be 2 rounds?
To be fair.
Well, they were 3-second rounds.
No, the first round was like a full 40 seconds or whatever, but then the second round was called off within 6 seconds. So
unbelievable. And now they're best friends.
It was impressive. What I love is the fact that people paid to go to this boxing match for 45 seconds worth of content. Like 45-second round, basically, all up. Crazy waste of money. But what do I know? I got to watch it from the comfort of my own home because I knew for a fact that was going to be under 60 seconds. So
really? How did you know that for a fact?
What do you mean? Look at him.
Yeah, well, there used to be Butterbean back in the day.
Doesn't take Nostradamus to figure out that this might not go the full length of a
might not go
match.
The full hog. 2 hogs duke it out for King Hog. Did you expect that Wings was going to beat him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
right from the beginning, because he's got that southern kick. And then again, so does Boogie.
just because I think Boogie's too pathetic to do anything in that situation, and Wings is also younger.
Pathetic.
Yeah, I genuinely do think that Boogie is. We saw it. He was too pathetic to land a punch. Anyway, even with a cancer diagnosis, Boogie couldn't help but jump back into the ring of public ignobility, figuratively and literally. In May of 2023, Boogie was matched up with a local peer of his, Wings of Redemption, for what would be marketed as the heaviest boxing match in history. With Boogie and Wings weighing 175 kilograms and 181 kilograms respectively. I'm always... Oh, it hurts to read. Every time we talk, like we read about like the professionally obese, I'm going to call them, like the people that take it to the next level, the professionally obese that are hitting like numbers like 170 and 180 kilograms. It's staggering. I feel fat at like 75 kilograms and they put an extra 100 kilograms on me.
Well, you have an eating disorder, Jackson, and we all know about it. We hope that you get better soon, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to argue that Boogie doesn't have an eating disorder.
No, he's clearly the pinnacle of health. Yeah. Got a healthy mindset when it comes to weight.
Can you last 6 seconds in a ring?
How long do you think you would last in a ring?
Quite an impressive feat. Against Wings of Redemption, not long at all, but that would be like a fly going up against Muck.
I'm not going to say you're going to hit a technical knockout or anything like that, but... surely you can last like a full round against Wings of Redemption.
You mean just like float like a butterfly but not sting like a bee? I think I could last longer than 6 seconds.
Yeah, I still think you could sting him. You know what? Outrageous claim here, but if I was a betting man, I'd probably bet that you would win, probably, hopefully.
Oh, that's very kind.
I think it'd be pretty embarrassing if you lost. Dude, come on. You don't think you'd be able to win against Wings of Redemption?
But it's just like, you're basically fighting pizza dough. How do you win that? Like,
you get hungry.
Does anyone win in that
trying.
Scenario? Yeah, get hungry or die trying. I think that's the only way you would have to eat him. You'd have to resort to cannibalism in the ring, and I don't know if you can do that in the modern boxing. It used to be looser in the 20s.
Because there's so much blubber, does their skin still have feeling? Like if you tickled them, would they actually get tickled?
Hey, that's actually a really good question. I don't know about that.
Or are the nerves so deep in there? Or if you punch the skin, do they even feel it? Because I imagine like
a massive
if you went up against
barrier, isn't it? It is the Iron Dome of humans.
a boxing match between like you and a whale, for example, if you punched a whale with all that blubber around it, I doubt it would feel a thing, right?
No, it would go about its whaley business. But then again,
yes, exactly.
2 buck whales duking it out for all those fine whale bitches, like Boogie and Wings did, they'd feel that. That's why you got to be in your weight division.
Exactly. Plus, you're punching the head. You're going to feel that.
But that's the whole thing about like YouTube fights. Don't they do that all the time? They're like, okay, so you're 80 kilos and you're 480 kilos. Fight.
Yeah, fair fight.
Fair fight. Oh, I can't believe that the lightweight lost.
Yeah. That's always the thing with like Creator Clash. There was like, I think Chris Raygun went up against someone who was like a full, weight class above him, and he just got smashed. It's like, that's not really a fair fight at the end of the day. But they had similar subscribers, so all's fair.
Is that the weight division that they do it on?
I'm pretty sure, probably.
Incredible.
I think that one was out of desperation. They needed to find a filler boxer because someone pulled out, if I recall correctly. But yeah, with those kind of celebrity events, all that matters is your, exposure.
Yes, okay.
But yeah, with Boogie and Wings, again, this was full exposure. This was all because of Keemstar putting together this boxing event, basically, and throwing together these 2 titans into a ring. With Boogie and Wings weighing 175 kilograms and 181 kilograms, respectively, at weigh-in, the combined 800-pound match was slated to be a circus-like spectacle to behold. If I'm ever described in that way, something has gone catastrophically wrong. If I'm ever described in a way, it's like, one of my events or like anything that happens in my life is described as circus-like, something's gone astray.
Yeah,
that's
totally.
bleak.
It is bleak.
That
is really bleak.
And you're a man that loves clowns.
Circus like.
The match was arranged by Keemstar under the promotional organization Misfits Boxing, a celebrity boxing entertainment endeavor founded by YouTuber KSI, with Boogie's match reportedly earning over 300,000 pay-per-view purchases and performed within the 12,500 seat capacity of OVE Wembley Stadium Arena in London. So think about that, 300,000 pay-per-view purchases. I don't know how much the pay-per-views were, but if they had to have at least been $5, right? So that's a multi-million-dollar event. This earned multiple $1 million. And that's without factoring sponsors, anything like that, right?
Oh,
and
that's
sold
incredible.
out a stadium. Now I want you to remember that.
I will remember that. I will. I really didn't think it'd be worth that much, but go on. Sorry.
At the pre-fight conference, Boogie mentioned that he agreed to the fight because he needed the money, claiming that if he hadn't, he might have become homeless. Remember, this was around the same time that he made that begging video from before.
Okay, yeah. All right. But I just wanted to say that, honestly, I kind of needed the money. If I had not done this fight, I might have ended up living in my car. But at least you and I would both have houses with wheels on it, Jordy, so that we had that in common.
At least my house is paid for.
Very cool.
But I'll be honest with you, man. Keemstar reached out to me not too long ago, and he's like, dude, let me pay you to get fit. Let me pay you to change your life. Let me pay you to get your ass out of your rut of misery that you created for yourself. And I took him up on the opportunity, man. And it's taken 6 years after my bypass surgery to get to this point. It's taken, I cannot tell you how much therapy, how many psychedelics.
Oh, Jesus, all right. I can't take any more of that. You get the
Why?
gist. We've heard it a million times by
Why?
this point. Fine.
I suppose this is all not new
I've
to
gone
you,
through
but yeah, go
hell
on.
to
Go on.
get to this point. And I will say, here's the thing that Jordy's really got to deal with, okay? He might win by decision, but there's no way he's putting me on my ass. I can promise you that.
All right, well, remember that. Also, a boxer that comes in and goes, he may win. He may win at the end of the day. I have no faith in myself. Doesn't inspire much confidence.
Yeah. Very amped for this fight. Foregone conclusion before they've entered the ring.
I said it.
That's the easiest, earliest defeat.
He always talks like he's already dead. And in this situation, he already talks like he's already lost as well. Like he's going in with that mindset. Pathetic. It was later revealed that Boogie and Wings were paid $10,000 each for their appearance, although Boogie claims that most, if not all of that payment was chewed up in flights, accommodation, and physical therapy. So remember that. Remember that he's got $10,000 from this event that earned like millions of dollars in revenue.
Okay. All right.
That's crazy, right? He just only paid
really
$10,000.
like it's actually quite. Yeah.
How stupid are you?
I don't know. I really. I'm assuming this is Keemstar's doing, right?
Oh yeah, Keemstar probably pocketed like at least $100,000 from this event. Meanwhile, the fatsos that he got to actually perform earned $10,000 each.
So he actively impoverished them, degraded them more, and now he profits off them even further. Is that like the trajectory of Keemstar's life? Well, you got to hand it to him.
I mean, absolutely. He pulled like something out of nothing, basically. Like it's just free money for him.
Free money. Good for him, I guess.
Much. I mean, there's what's he done?
Sure, why not?
Situation?
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Throughout the pre-fight trash talk, Boogie frequently lauded himself for his ability to overcome hardship and yet again took the opportunity to discuss his childhood abuse before partaking in a rather pathetic stare down. Let's have a little watch of that.
Okay.
In the middle.
Guys, pull your chairs in, let him into the middle for me.
Oh, this is tense. Here we go.
I got a question. Did you drink it? Did you drink it? Did you drink my Mountain Dew? Did you drink it? Did you? You're a big man. You're a big man. Son, do not make it.
I'm further promise.
Do not.
You got enough of that.
Okay?
Everybody get Take your shirt off, champ. You're a joke.
Tarps off.
You deserve.
Tarps off.
You deserve the phrase.
Flex on
him.
Oh my God.
Every day.
Flex on him.
I have actual fans out there. You know who watches you? People watch you to laugh. That's who watches you. I have actual fans in this audience right now.
Where are their sponsors at?
Huh? I don't need them, Jordy. I don't live in a fucking trailer.
I don't need I don't need sponsors. Meanwhile, 2 weeks ago he was begging
for money.
Even
the throwdown is real.
Even his throwdown is so like manufactured.
I don't live in a fucking trailer. I don't need a sponsor.
Get him out of there, Boogie. Okay, we're going to get him out of there.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus, that was awkward. That made me feel uncomfortable.
I don't know what do you think was going on in their minds? That's what I was trying to figure out.
They're just desperately trying to come up with an angle or like improv, basically. Boogie arguably better than Wings, but even Boogie's like improv tough guy act is so fucking cringe.
That's definitely true. It did have an air of, you know, that like kind of beta guy at school that you push a little bit too far and then they kind of like skits out, but it's still just a bit, it's simultaneously pathetic and scary at the same time.
Well, it's pathetic in the way that they look uncomfortable with doing it themselves as well.
Yes,
like they don't
that's a big element
entirely
of it. Huge element.
Uncomfortable. Like they don't know what to do. They're running high on emotions right now, but they're so, yeah, they're not, they can't
not
commit
equipped
to it,
for
really.
it, are they?
Yeah, definitely. At the immediate ring of the bell, Boogie took several headshots, one after the other, showcasing a miserable effort in both defense and attack, which I imagine his stats are rather low in. Seconds into the first round, Wings of Redemption dominated the fight, controlling Boogie's movement expertly and taking him straight back into the ropes. Not even a minute in, the referee paused the fight to give Boogie a standing 8 count after consecutive blows to the head, as well as to tape his boxing shorts, which kept sliding down his waist throughout the fight. Let's just watch it.
Took advantage while this was all happening, sitting down in the corner, reserving that gas tank.
Very smart. And he's going to need some smarts.
Seconds out.
Guys, Wings looks locked in over there. He's ready to.
Oh, there he is, big boy. It's really fucked looking at him without a shirt.
Goodness. Right off the bat, Wings.
They're like aliens in Star Wars.
Wings does look bigger. visibly.
I don't know. I'm looking at Boogie's stomach. Jesus.
And Boogie taking a step back. Oh my
It's like their stomachs are different organisms.
Leave your arms up, Boogie. Defend yourself.
Had to pull his pants up.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is how they arrived on those mark carts. As you can see, pulling up his pants there.
There we go. So his pants have fallen down. Now they're getting pulled up.
Boogie did.
Boogie won that one at
Okay. Jesus. Boogie, can you go 5 seconds without embarrassing yourself? B.
You know, we've heard the term saved by the bell, but Boogie has been saved by the shorts. The shorts have fallen.
They should have just let the pants fall off. They should have just let the pants fall off.
Yeah,
let them fight
It
naked.
would have been so much better. I mean, this is already just a circus act, as they said. This isn't real.
Yeah.
It's like a very unimpressive, dumb Harlem Globetrotters game.
If that humiliation wasn't enough already in the first round, Wings continued to throttle Boogie into the second round, with the referee mercifully calling it 33 seconds in. A disappointing end, an anticlimactic end to an exploitative performance. Yeah, so remember the first round was only like 20 seconds, and then the second round was only 33 seconds. So he lasted a minute, really, against Wings.
Boogie's just got to go for it. He's got to get that Hail Mary punch in.
Boogie's got to face him. There we go. He's just walking into the punch.
He's just walking into
There
them.
he is, right there.
Oh.
Perhaps gonna call it. Standing 8. There we go. That's the right call there.
Absolutely.
How does he look so worse for wear after 30 seconds? Look at him.
But
looks like a
you answered your
lobster.
own question. Look at him. Like, I'm surprised they can walk around the ring at all, given their weight. Like, it's kind
I
of
will
crazy.
give you yes. It is truly something to behold, seeing a man that fat. It's
The body wasn't meant
hypnotic.
to get. The body wasn't meant to be able to handle that kind of weight.
No.
It's kinda-
They look like tents more than human beings.
Yeah.
And also on top of that, so red, so very, very red.
They look like
It's a
eldritch
lobster.
horrors.
Who's that?
Eldritch horrors, just like Lovecraftian.
Oh yeah. He does too. That was his own Lovecraftian horror, wasn't it? An environment that got poisoned that he can't escape.
Despite whatever training Boogie did leading up to the fight, I'm going to assume he played Super Smash Bros. That was the extent of his training. A lifetime of sedentary gaming would still leave his stamina and coordination unprepared for the challenge of facing an even fatter and even more sedentary man. I mean, that is a good point. Like, it's not like he was going up against, a young buck or anything like that, or even just like an out of shape 40-year-old man. He was going up against someone in the same general weight division as him. So it was a pretty pathetic performance from Boogie, not even being able to defend the blows.
Yeah.
Like, they're both in the same position. They're both extremely overweight, obese, and also sedentary. If anything, Wings is more sedentary since he's a video game streamer that just streams all day. At least Boogie, I assume, there's plenty of like videos of Boogie going around and visiting places and walking around outside, and yet still, this sedentary gamer of the same, fatter than him, actually, weighs more, was still able to beat him pretty fucking, convincingly.
Quite soundly.
Like, almost, I don't even think he got, hit from Boogie. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing performance from Boogie, but about what we all expected at the end of the day. In an update video a few days after the fight, Boogie revealed that he had meant for this fight to be his very own Andy Kaufman and Jerry Lawler wrestling feud moment from 1982. I'm so sick of it. He always pretends like he's some Andy Kaufman figure, and how his brand of comedy, his edgy comedy, is actually a performance, guys, and it's all intentional. Like, no, it's not.
You fell into
and
my trap.
Andy Kaufman. You know Andy Kaufman.
And also, is he sort of what's the word here? Like, okay, I see a lot on YouTube people being very wily to the "it was all just a prank." You don't understand the scope of my genius.
I actually meant for this.
I actually meant for this. Was Boogie the guy that kind of like popularized?
No, he just
fools.
Again, it goes in. Think about it, right? It goes in line with the victim mindset because, like you were saying before, talking about like those kinds of kids back in school, that was always their shtick. Whenever they're embarrassed or whatever, or they've been embarrassed by someone far cooler than them, the go-to was always, "Oh yes, I intended for that. I'm not actually bothered by you insulting, whatever I just did because I intended for it to happen. I'm also laughing at the joke, guys." And it's like, no, you're not.
No.
And Boogie's the exact same. Like, of course, he uses that as a defense.
Yeah.
He also chose to do the fight for noble purposes, as with all of his other decisions that he's made in his life. Of course, they were always for the noble reasons. Let's listen.
Throughout the years, and he'll probably make one about this fight as well. But he said something along the lines of, I know Wings is just going into this for the paycheck, and Boogie's probably going to do it for some sort of noble reason. And he's wrong there once. And where he's wrong is he's wrong about Jordy. Jordy did go into this for a paycheck, sure, but he also went into this as an excuse to get better, to get stronger, to change his life, and he has. He's Wings of Redemption. This is his redemption story. And I'm glad to be part of it, genuinely.
I'm glad to have lost to him. I lost on purpose to power up Wings of Redemption to lend a hand on his redemption story.
Yeah, I'm very happy to throw Juggalugs or whatever the hell his name is, the guy that made me a millionaire under the bus. But Geordie, the guy that beat the shit out of me, I was there for him.
Yeah, I want you to all remember when Wings of Redemption is going well later on in life, that was all thanks to me. I deserve credit for putting him on this path. He said all this, of course, because the outcome from this wrestling event was there was a lot of praise on the internet for Wings of Redemption for turning a page and looking like he was making the right decisions. And he's like, I don't know, there was just a lot of praise for Wings of Redemption. So of course Boogie latches onto that and is like, yes, I was a part of this. Don't forget, I helped Wings of Redemption on his path to recovery or redemption.
Yeah,
Let's
Wings
keep
of
listening.
Redemption recovery.
His life, and he has. He's Wings of Redemption. This is his redemption story. And I'm glad to be part of it, genuinely. But they weren't wrong because I did do this for a noble purpose, right? But everything I do is for some noble purpose.
Forgot how stupid that was. He directly says it. Everything I do is for noble purposes.
Everything I do is for noble purposes. Oh, man. I've said it before and I've said it again. I fully understand how you wasted a decade studying this man. It was not a waste. You are like those people that they were like, why? Why are you studying mushrooms? What could you possibly learn from mushrooms? Lo and behold,
A lot, it
they
turns
changed
out.
the world. Huh? Yeah, a lot, it turns out.
You can learn a lot. It's so good. I do everything for noble purposes. 2 weeks ago, he was begging to his audience to give him scraps, basically, because he had lost his fortune on crypto. Let's maybe he's got an explanation for this. Let's keep listening.
I'm not going to do anything otherwise. That's who I am. I learned a long time ago that I was always going to be in some sort of pain, mental or physical. And if I could do something that could get other people out of mental or physical pain, I wanted to do it. Maybe sometimes it's just entertaining you long enough to forget about your misery.
So that doesn't actually help anyone then. You're not actually doing anything that helps anyone. You're offering them an escape, which doesn't help them get better. It just helps them escape. But at the same time, like how can he contort this, him getting paid $10,000 or whatever to be punched around a few times in a boxing ring? How is that at all motivational to like fat people or anyone? It's not like a noble purpose. You did it for the money.
Yeah, this goes out to all the fatties. What? How?
Even if you didn't do it for the money and you had convinced yourself that it was a noble cause, what is the noble cause there? How are you helping anyone?
Cause? It's a very good question.
Like, yeah, I'm an inspiration to all the fat people who want to become professional boxers, I guess. What?
I guess, yeah.
But maybe it's showing you the wrong paths I've taken in my life so that you don't take those.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so he's an inspiration because of how much he sucks and how much of an example he is of what not to do.
It too.
No, he's an example of what not to do. That's how he's tricked
You can
his mind
do it,
now.
don't do it. Yeah. That's why I'm an inspiration.
Do the opposite of what I do.
I'm an inspiration because I'm a joke.
See, the noble reasons that he has chosen for his life is to be an example of what.
God, that is a weird motivational speech, isn't it?
How does he convince himself of this? Look at him. How does he convince himself that he's acting in for noble reasons, and then his explanation for that is basically just my entire life I've made the wrong decisions, therefore I can be an example to people.
I did it for you. I did it for you as well.
Same path.
I was
maybe,
a joke.
Rarely, it's me taking the right path and inspiring you to take the right path too. And I think this fight shows a lot of people that I was able to get into the ring. I was strong enough and brave enough to go take the beating that I needed. And, sure, I got the paycheck. But hopefully there's some fat people out there who were in the or fat people like me who just sat on their couch throughout COVID, who decided that they don't want to do that anymore. If Boogie can get up and get into the ring and be brave enough to take a beating, I can be brave enough to get up and get out into the world.
Look, what do you mean? You did it for $10,000. You weren't doing it to give anyone a lesson. No one else is being offered $10,000 to get off their couch.
It's really funny as well because it's 10 grand. It's 10 grand. He would have made out of being a complete and utter spectacle, a man that got the shit beaten out of him by a very unfit fat man whose pants started falling down while he was getting the shit beaten out of him. And he would have made about 0.001% of the profits that were made that night.
And he grandstands.
I suppose you can do it
and
too.
moralizes about it. You can, yeah. But again, it's the wrong choice. Which I guess is his point. Don't do that. I guess maybe or do it. He's getting all mixed up. He's getting his wires mixed up here. Aside from the fact that both comments are questionable and loathsome in their own right, most could see through the smoke and mirrors, chalking the whole event up to another pitiful cash grab. Boogie would later reflect on the match via a reaction video uploaded to his YouTube channel. He explained to his audience that the key strategy for the fight, as advised by his coaches, was to block as many punches as possible from Wings until he exhausted himself, giving Boogie an opportunity to deliver some blows in round 2 and 3.
Nah, the classic Muhammad Ali.
Yeah. Or the Simpsons, the Homer Simpson strategy.
Oh, it's the Homer Simpson strategy. It is.
In retrospect,
he had any training at all, or do you think he watched The Simpsons?
No, he just made that up. I mean, I guess there might have been a coach there, but he's trying to spin this as in this was some grand strategy of his. Was to get punched in the head as many times as possible in round 1 to tire himself out, to tire Wings out, and then come back through in round 2 and 3, even though he ignores the fact that getting punched in the head actually does tire you out a little bit. It tires you out as well a little bit.
Hey, does Boogie see himself as quite an intellectual, does he? Mm-hmm. Everything always has to have 5 chess moves ahead. Is that how he sees it?
Yeah, he intended for everything until you you insult him about it, and then he's like, he plays the victim, of course, and how much of a big dumb idiot he is to downplay it. But before that, he's always like, yes, I intended for this to be, and I have my reasons. In retrospect, what Boogie likely didn't consider was that he himself was also obese and unfit, hence the failed attempt to tire his opponent. He closed out his reaction video by framing Wings as a nice person with a good heart and ascribed the poor boxing performance to his non-violent nature. Yes. Boogie is non-violent. He always paints himself out to be non-violent as well. Like a big, soft teddy bear. But we've seen time and time again. We've seen time and time again that he's more than happy to physically freak out. I'm not going to say he was physically abusive to anyone, but he's certainly violent towards his possessions, like his walls and his toys and gadgets and stuff. He breaks a lot of shit outside of just the Francis videos. And, he's a very over the top neurotic kind of emotional person. New girlfriend criticisms. Boogie's shameless new image would venture further into uncharted territory following a new and rather questionable choice of dating partner, a reveal that would leave some of his remaining audience drawing a line in the sand. On the 11th of July 2023, Boogie uploaded a video titled "My Girlfriend Moved In." As the title aptly suggests, Boogie revealed to his fans that his new girlfriend, a woman, in quotation marks, by the name of Desiree Davis, was now moving into his place in Arkansas after months of long-distance dating going back to October of 2022. The name may sound familiar for those who recall from our previous episodes. Des, or Desiree, was also the name of Boogie's ex-wife. They were both also redheads, an interesting, albeit disturbing, parallel. These coincidental details were hardly the first thing on the minds of Boogie fans following the reveal, however. We'll get to that in a second. But how fucking crazy is it to date a girl with the same name as your ex-wife? And Desiree, that's not like a common name, I feel. That's probably not like a super common name.
It's like, don't you reckon it's quite a southern name, isn't it? Desiree.
Yeah, but even then, still, like, it can't be that common. You have to kind of go out of your way, I feel, probably to find a Desiree.
Perhaps even then. Yeah, like, I suppose it's no longer 1851. That's true. And you have thought about this a lot, haven't you, Jackson?
I just think it's weird. I think it's weird for multiple reasons. This is definitely one of the least weird aspects of their relationship, at least concerning aspects of their relationship. But I feel like for many people, dating someone with the same name as your ex-wife, who you didn't end on the best of terms with, is probably a deal breaker to a lot of people.
Yes.
I would think.
I would think so too.
So it's just it's an odd little detail. Despite Desi, which is the nickname for this new Desiree, Desiree version 2.0, Desi being off camera during the initial video announcement, bar a few frames at 4 minutes and 6 seconds, Boogie engaged in some strange baby talk with the new love interest after arriving at an aquatic center, whilst oddly filming her legs while strolling into the complex. Let's have a watch. So this is the first reveal of his girlfriend. The thumbnail is a picture of them together with Desiree with a Mario question mark block over her face.
Out with somebody, Doe. Are you excited?
I'm very excited.
Are you going to do the big slides?
No.
Are you going to do the lazy river with me?
Yes, I am.
Are you just going to sit in a beach chair and look pretty?
Yep, that too.
There you go. Nice. I love my...
Jesus, I didn't mean to pause it there, but he's filming her ass, basically. Her legs.
A new one for the Mortal Kombat.
Fucking creep. Remember, Boogie had a porn blog where he frequently talked about, posted about, and cultivated content involving teenagers. So he was into like teen porn, illegal teen porn, but still teen porn nonetheless. So just keep that in mind. It was a very, very yucky, yucky set of forums that we've talked about in the past. But yeah, so he
Those
filmed.
did turn me on a lot. Yeah.
He filmed Desiree's ass cheeks in this initial video.
And where are we going? Yeah, it is quite pornographer, isn't it? Yes, you like to go on the ride. Yes. It was that angle, wasn't it?
It was more like baby talk. It was like he was talking to an 8-year-old child, basically. Like, are you going to have fun today? Are you going to go on the big boy rides with me? It was like pretty fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Not necessarily a major red flag per se, but what could be a glimpse of Desi from her brief moment on camera was something that could only be respectfully described as a youthful impression, which was of more concern to the viewers. Boogie took to Twitter a day later to clarify the barrage of comments, confirming that Desi was 20 years old at the time, making the age gap between himself and her a whopping 29 years. Of course.
Wow.
Yeah, what do you think about that?
I think that's setting some records, right?
Yeah.
That's like medieval kings marrying a 5-year-old, you know? Like it's quite a leap. It's quite impressive.
I was going to say, it is impressive to some degree, considering the fact that he's a 45-year-old, at the time broke, mentally ill, morbidly obese YouTuber, and he's still pulling 20-year-olds. So I think anything's possible for anyone at this point. If he's able to make
You
it.
could do it too. He is. He's a living example.
But I also think that this is incredibly creepy. I don't generally care about age gaps. Like, the whole discourse on Twitter for the last few years or online has been like making fun of like 28-year-olds for dating 20-year-olds or whatever. And I always roll my eyes at that shit. I don't really care about that. But when you're talking about a 46-year-old mentally ill dude like Boogie dating a mentally ill 20-year-old, like, that's pretty concerning.
Oh yeah, isn't it? Yeah.
It's pretty fucking gross. And it's gross for him to be even attracted to that. Like, I couldn't like be attracted to like 18-year-olds in terms of like a relationship or anything like that. Like, it's just an entirely different world. Like, you would be tired just talking to them, basically. I think for me, I don't know. What do you think? You're older than me.
Thanks, Jackson.
Just throwing that in there.
Yeah, no, actually, somebody mentioned this the other day. My friend went out. She's around my age.
Which is?
Just like, huh?
Which is?
Boogie's age. I am 52. And so this 52-year-old woman also went out. She went out and started hanging out with, like, she was with like a 28-year-old or something like that. And then they started hanging out with 21-year-olds. And then they said like, yeah, just come back to like the youth hostel. And that is a really sad thought at your age. There's just a certain point where certain things that young people will do, put up with, want to do, all of that just starts to, like, it's actually true. Like, mentally, you're just not there. It's not an energy thing. It's kind of just a thing of just like, I don't want to hang out in a communal kitchen in a youth hostel. Why?
Because it's pathetic
kind of
at
for
a
the
certain
same
age.
reason that I don't want to get like a bike with training wheels. Like, I'm kind of past it.
Yeah, I'm beyond that. I'm beyond that level. I've had my fun when I was your age. Like, I've done my time.
I've done my time. I've done my time in youth hostels. And it kind of just seems the same with like, I understand the appeal of like, there's a bit of a flex, even though, as you said before, like with Twitter, there's a bit of a flex being an older guy and being like, yeah, I'm marrying a 25-year-old or something like that. Like, I understand that point.
Is it a flex? Everyone else is looking at you being
now
like,
it's not a flex. Now it's kind of just like weird. But it used Boogie would definitely be of that age generation where it's kind of just like, I'm killing it in life because my wife is younger
it's all
than me,
image to
you know?
Boogie. That's the only reason why he's interested in this. Obviously, it's all image. He gets
Do you reckon?
Yeah, I mean, he finds younger women attractive, which fair enough. I mean, that's young, you know, whatever. But at the same time, it's like he doesn't really necessarily even care about that. It's how other people view him. He gets to look like the big, strong kind of charismatic, not hot dude, but, you know, like attractive dude that gets to pull young women, basically. Like, it's all image to him, I think.
Okay, it's all image. All I'm saying is that, like, yeah, that it's really, the older I get, the more I look at guys that are pulling much younger women. Again, as Jackson said, like, really, 7 years, what's the difference? 10, fine. But, like, you know, much, much younger. Like, I, for instance, I'm thinking of a couple of radio DJs that I know that are in their 40s and they're dating, like, 24-year-olds, 26-year-olds. And at some point, it's just this thing of, like, you're a bit mentally stunted.
Exactly.
Like, there's no way that a 40-year-old would be into what a 26-year-old is. Like, unless you are just a bit, you know, special.
Yeah. No, I agree. It shows like a serious lack of maturity, I think. And it's like, the best way I can put it, right, is it's like whenever you see a guy at the clubs who's like 40 and he's there on his own and he's still like dancing on the club floor and chatting with people and stuff. It's like, why are you here? Something hasn't gone wrong in your life if you're at the club every weekend. It's a 40-year-old, you know?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And
it's a bit desperate and it's a bit pathetic and it's like, oh, yeah, you're clearly having fun, but Jesus Christ, maybe you should have grown up like 10, 15 years ago, dude.
Yeah. And at some point, a woman that is going out with that, it's kind of just like, really the only people that you can attract are young people that are like stupid enough, you know, like not experienced
or
enough
drunk
or
enough.
wise enough. Yeah, or drunk enough or something.
Drunk enough at the clubs.
You can take some one-night stand cougars back or something. But yeah, that 40-year-old thing is just like, it's an immediate warning sign that something's just not mentally right with the guy, I think.
Oh, it's not a gender thing either, obviously. Like if I see like a 40-year-old woman at the clubs, it's the same impression
like,
I get.
Hey, sailor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
but I think that you kind of do just sense that naturally though, don't you?
What, cougars? My cougar sensor?
No, you just sense that anybody that's like, I don't know, man, even like late 20s, honestly, it starts to get a bit sad.
Yeah. I'm late 20s at the moment, and I'd feel pretty fucking bad if I was going to the clubs every weekend. I'd be like, is this really what my life is all about? Is this the best I can do?
Yeah, you'd start thinking it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's like, there's a giant mismatch there. Regardless, anyway, Boogie is way too old for this girl, and she's clearly mentally ill. No offense to her. I honestly feel bad for her, because no one in their right mind would end up with Boogie, including her. And she's young, and she's got her full life ahead of her, and Boogie can do serious damage. So it's not necessarily a fun situation from that angle, and I would see Boogie not being the best romantic partner, especially not to a 20-year-old. And we've seen that in clips. We'll see stuff in the future that kind of attest to my claims there. So I don't feel. Yeah, Boogie's creepy for this. Basically, that's my entire point. And it's like, it's not even surprising, really. It's not at all surprising.
No.
Anyway, here's the tweet from Boogie. It says, "My one and only tweet about my age. She's an adult. She's 20. I am older. It's always a bad start when you have to confirm that the person you're dating is an adult. Like, yes, she's an adult. She's 20.
She's made her own decisions.
She's not even 21, by the way, which means she's not even able to legally drink in America, which you might find that rule insane as an Australian, but that's the rules over there. So he's with someone that is not legally able to drink at the time. And remember, he got with her when she was 20, I think. So they were together, but I think they were chatting or e-dating or long distance dating before then. So she was probably a teenager while they were chatting and dating and stuff like that.
Damn.
Not claiming that she was underage. I don't think he ever did anything with her while she was underage or anything like that. There's no evidence to support that. But certainly when she was like 18 and 19, probably.
Player.
Yeah, it's creepy.
What was the age gap again? 30?
What?
What was the age gap again? 30 years or something?
Yeah, about 30, 29 years.
Jesus.
Almost 3 decades.
But Jackson. There's a Jackson in between you two.
He was 30 years old when she was born. That's crazy. She was 10 years old when he was 40.
Damn, that's an age gap.
That is creepy, man. I'm
yeah,
sorry. That's
old enough to be
creepy.
a father is one thing. Old enough to be a grandfather is another.
In the same tweet, he continued writing, "But look at me, man. I am fat, old, and ugly as sin. When an adult woman I get along with wants to give it a shot, I am going to do the smart thing and give it a shot. If you can't handle that, tell your therapist." And then he attached a picture of him and Desi. It's not really nice to Desi to say this, really. Like, the only reason I'm with her is because she wants to be with me. Like, she's the only one interested in me at the moment. So, hey, I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know. It doesn't inspire much confidence.
Well, it's not inspiring so much confidence. It's like immediately pawning yourself off and being like, Desi can do a lot better. I am really, really just a vulture at this point. Like, you're dating a vulture. That's what's happening.
You made the error of coming into my den. I will pounce, for I am hungry.
And I am wizened with age, and I know an opportunity when I see one.
What's the saying? An old lion may lose its teeth, but its hunger remains, or something like that.
Yeah. That's it. That is exactly what is happening.
I am fat, old, and ugly as sin, though. That's the entire reason he's dating her, apparently. I love that. Even in this, that's his way of defending himself, as being like, I'm a fat, old piece of shit. Just let me fuck, please.
Please leave me alone.
That's his defense.
But if you don't want to leave me alone, I will continue to brag to people that are not impressed by me.
Desi remained behind the camera for the upcoming couple more weeks, appearing as a faceless voice in Boogie's vlogs. One example being when Boogie showed her eating dino nuggets at the hotel bistro, stating, "If you know, you know," further solidifying audience concerns over her juvenility. It wouldn't be until a fellow YouTube collaborator, kid behind a camera, who is also a piece of shit, uploaded his vlog. Yeah, he's like kind of similar. He's uploaded his vlog, "Boogie's Girlfriend is Real," that the internet finally became properly acquainted with Desi. The stage reveal can be seen online. I'm not going to bother watching it because it's not all too interesting. Desi would become a permanent fixture. Oh, I remember one specific case where I think it might be later on, but I don't think it's mentioned in the document, so I'm going to mention it now. He was making her mow the lawn for him, basically. Like, she's basically just a bang maid for him that lives at the house, and he makes her do all the like laborious chores, like mowing the fucking lawn. He's got her out there in the hot weather while he's sat inside, and she mows the lawn for him.
Damn. How the hell is that guy doing that? It really sounds like
she's mentally ill.
Famous rapper shit, you know?
Yeah, she's mentally ill. She got with him while he was like completely broke and had no relevancy. You could argue now he's making a bit of money, especially with the Lolcow podcast that he's doing now. So I would get that now if someone was.
Out of curiosity, how much do you think he is making out of the Lolcow podcast?
It's hard to say now. I honestly don't know, because there's claims from Keemstar that he's fired Boogie, and Boogie only makes a minor paycheck from the show, and he instead gets all of the money from it, basically. But I still think it's all probably a ploy, and Boogie gets paid fairly well for the Lolcow stuff, because there's a lot of like donations and stuff that go into that. Like people subscribe.
There's like big donations that are paying a lot of money.
Yeah, exactly.
To continue. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So I actually think he's probably making decent money now.
Generally, the YouTube community respects Keemstar, right? Respect is the wrong word. No, actually, respect is the right word.
Respects his ability to hustle, yeah. If that's
respects his ability to hustle. That's what I'm saying.
Respect him as a person, though, but respects his abilities, yeah.
Respect his abilities, yes.
I mean, he is. That's how I feel about him. He could be I mean, he's done pretty fucked up things in the past. There was that whole, he accused someone of being a pedophile, an old man of being a pedophile when he wasn't, and that guy got harassed and almost run off the internet. That was back in the day, but yeah, there's been plenty of things that Keemstar has done wrong, in quotation marks. But outside of that, you got to respect his game. Like, he knows the YouTube game fairly fucking well.
He seems to.
He's maintained his position on the internet for like 2 decades at this point. So you don't get there by accident. Let me say that. Yeah, so Desi would become a permanent fixture in Boogie's regular vlogs and uploads after this, with a couple hosting an Ask Me Anything style video the following month, where Boogie responded to age gap queries by claiming he knew what was best for her personal development. Also clarifying. Oh, okay, here we go. Also clarifying that she was only 19 when she first messaged him online, and that Desi was well into her 20s by the time they first met, or more accurately, she was well into being 20 years old. So he said well into her 20s, but what he meant was well into being 20 years old. Let's have a quick listen to this. Actually.
Yeah, we got it.
Yeah.
To a 19-year-old, do you not see the predatory nature of dating a 19-year-old as a middle-aged man?
Okay, so she's not 19. I don't know where people are getting that from.
She's not 19. She's only 20. It's not that big of a difference.
Well into her 20.
She was 19 when she wrote me at first, but she was 20 by the time we started like officially dating, and certainly well into her 20s by the time we actually met.
Yeah.
So that said, I feel like I'm in the best place in my life. And I know the path that she needs to go down to get over like...
Hey, whoever's on the piano, can you shut the fuck up? I'm trying to listen to Boogie right now. Let's put this little sad piano music in the background.
All of the things that she's been through. So I feel like I can help her with that. I have a question for you then. Have I put baggage on you? Have I put trauma on you? Or like,
yeah, it's on camera. Can we get this on camera? Desi, have I ever abused you? Now, please answer directly to the camera.
How?
While I'm in the room.
Tell them what you think of me.
That you don't judge me. I feel welcomed.
Yeah, because you are.
Yeah, I know that you love me.
Yeah, I do love you. Here's the thing. You're actually very awesome. A lot of the people that have been in her life, not all of them, but some of them have been kind of judgmental, didn't like her Aspergery kind of unique flavor, and I don't know, we sit around and watch Steven Universe and quote him and do goofy voices and do bits together, and it's just fun. Yeah. There's very little baggage to be brought into this. It's just we're having fun, man.
There's very little baggage. She's clearly mentally unwell, and she's got her own. She's got baggage, and your Steven's entire life is baggage. Like literally, how could you not bring baggage into this situation? How could you not?
He left it at the door. It was a new lease on life.
Jesus fucking Christ. Keep in mind that Boogie couldn't help but mention in the beginning of the question and answer video that Desi was not dating him for his wealth, as he was still desperately not broke. Or sorry, as he was still desperately broke. Let me hear that.
Oh, it makes me really happy.
And I can say she's not there for the money because Boogie doesn't have any. He's broke.
You ain't entirely wrong. That's for sure.
Boogie is broke.
Yeah.
Okay, Cat.
Okay. Nevertheless, speculation began to brew online that the narrative of meeting through social media was a cover-up for the fact that the pair had actually met on the Seeking dating site designed for sugar daddy arrangements that we mentioned in the previous episode. This wouldn't be that far-fetched, firstly because Boogie has now established himself as a compulsive liar, and secondly because he had already lied before about this during his ordeal with Lucy Fox. Despite the influx of vlogs and sketches that involved Desi, Boogie's audience weren't letting this one fly, with most of his videos receiving consistent criticism of the relationship, which Boogie, of course, couldn't help but address, even telling his viewers to get therapy if they're not happy with it. And then we come to the Mike Klum documentary. These months were certainly a busy time for Boogie, just not in the right ways. It was also around this time that a documentary on Boogie's life, directed by Mike Klum, was in the works. Filming began in March of 2023, and Boogie unveiled in August that the documentary had been finished and was due for release soon. He even expressed that the documentary might be damaging to his career as it exposed him, warts and all. This comment may have been earnest or an attempt to generate hype around the feature. Either way, he was suddenly right. Soon enough, Mike Klum's documentary was publicly released on YouTube on the 31st of October 2023, appropriately titled The Dark, Sad Life of Boogie2988.
That is dark. That is sad. That is appropriately titled.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I have. That was my first introduction to Boogie. Really? I don't think I've really ever had any exposure to it other than that. I just saw Charlie rave about it. And it just had that sort of like, you've got to see this. So
it's a good first introduction to Boogie and where he is at the moment, but it definitely doesn't go into the excruciating detail that something like our little series here has gone into. Like there's so much more to Boogie than just that documentary. I think it was good. It was definitely
you a Boogie connoisseur is not going to you will look down upon you're like anybody that's read Dune and then they go watch the movie Dune and they're just like, it really didn't capture the Baron, you know, like
it's not faithful enough. It's not faithful enough to the source material.
To the original text that is Boogie.
No, but honestly, yes, to some degree. Like, I'm serious. The documentary does show who Boogie is.
Yeah,
the documentary does show who Boogie is at the moment. It explores his last few years fairly well, and there were like new revelations and such in it. But at the end of the day, I also think the documentary, through no fault of Mike Klum or the documentary itself, was insincere because Boogie knew that the documentary was happening and he was able to play up certain aspects or play down certain aspects and present himself how he wanted to basically present himself. So I don't think it was all too, it didn't show everything about Boogie, but what was shown was still pretty fucking funny.
Well, what else is incredible is the fact that you know Boogie so well that you're just like, this is an act. Stop acting.
Well, everything with Boogie is an act.
Everything with Boogie's an act, okay.
To some degree. The feature sent shockwaves to the YouTube community, disturbing new and old Boogie fans alike, and all but confirming the suspicions of behind-the-scenes depravity for long-time viewers. The central elements of Boogie's lifestyle that the documentary focused on involved his reckless financial habits and self-destructive tendencies, his sexual exploits, including his new relationship with Desi, as well as his deteriorating health. Yeah, so it definitely threw into the limelight his sex worker history, like how much money and stuff that he spent on prostitutes and sex workers,
and it was a lot.
And why he was broke. It was a lot. We'll get into that in a bit. But again, like that kind of stuff had already been known to like the people that were paying attention.
Fans. Yeah.
People that had been paying attention to stuff like, again, with the whole Lucy Fox drama, we had already seen that he was very active on sugar daddy websites like Seeking and things like that. And there were a lot of like breadcrumbs that he left throughout time jokingly talking about like using hookers and stuff. One for me and one for the hooker kind of stuff. That's a quote of his. So the groundwork had already been laid, so it wasn't directly a revelation in the documentary, but I think he felt comfortable enough using that and talking about his prostitution use, let's call it, because it had already been known. Like people already knew about it. So again, like it wasn't a revelation from the documentary. Boogie knew that everyone knew about it and was comfortable with bringing it up in the documentary, basically. Starting strong, the documentary revealed that Boogie was facing bankruptcy after losing $750,000 in savings, coupled with Boogie explaining he pays no attention to his cash flow and lost most of his life savings through his aforementioned cryptocurrency investments. There's a picture here in the document of Boogie in the bathtub with his phone, and then all along the side of the window are like 20 rubber ducks with different Marvel or DC characters, like the rubber ducks that look like the Joker or Batman, for example, or Robin, and so on.
Remember that? Yeah.
How fucking creepy is that? It would be one thing if his office was just like a giant, kids' playroom, basically, with all these toys and stuff everywhere. And again, I say this as someone who's got a collection of like old retro video game consoles and stuff. Outside of my little dungeon here, is like an adult's home, like my bathroom doesn't have rubber duckies and stuff like that around. Like it's creepy. Is that not creepy?
It is. It just shows like a certain level of mental maturity that Jackson is on par with, evidently.
Well, in my office, yes, I am on par. In
my
office, I take on a more.
my place of work is filled with Pokemon toys.
I come into my office to work and be young, damn it.
All work and no play makes Jackson a dull boy.
Yes, it's all a balancing act, you see.
Come on, get the rubber duckies. Just get like a bunch of inflatable Geodudes or something. Or whoever you're most sexually aroused by in Pokemon. Who was it again? Vaporeon.
Jinx. Vaporeon's the meme. Vaporeon, when we talked about this last, Vaporeon's the meme. There's a giant copy pasta out there about how Vaporeon is the best Pokemon for sex. It's a very famous copy pasta. But I argue that Jinx is the best for sex, probably.
Yeah.
Continuing on. It was here for the first time.
King. Legend.
Yeah, but it's creepy, right? Come on.
Yes, absolutely.
Just looking at them. And his whole house is like that as well. How do you feel about pop caps? You know what pop caps are?
No, what's that?
The little, look them up. They're the little like action figures that are like kind of blockish and they're dumb, and like collectors have them. Pop caps. Or no, is it pop caps? What are they?
No, vinyl pop? Are you talking about those big head things?
Yes, vinyl pops, that's it.
I hate vinyl pops with a passion.
Funko Pops, that's what they're called.
Funko Pops.
Yeah, how do you feel about them?
I don't know. For whatever reason, they really, really piss me off. I don't know what it is. It's just something, I think it's just one of those things of just like, Boogie hash it. It's one of those. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It's a certain type of person that it's given it a bad. I mean, I don't like them anyway. They're just like really cheap and shitty looking. Honestly, there's nothing really cool about them in my opinion. Same with these little rubber duckies.
Yeah.
It's like it's nerd bait.
No, it's absolutely nerd bait. It's definitely that.
It was here for the first time that viewers learned in explicit detail of Boogie's irresponsible spending on prostitutes.
Nice.
A frequent indulgence that played a key role in his current financial situation. Over a 3-year period, Boogie spent around $200,000 on a high-class hookers, including buying them gifts, flights, and mini vacations. $200,000 over a 3-year period.
I never understood the giving gifts to hookers thing. Isn't the gift your presence?
Yeah, aren't you paying them?
Yeah.
Aren't you paying them to have sex? Isn't that the entire
enough?
point? Yeah. What
is with
also,
that?
Why? What is that angle? I don't get it.
Look, I think it's probably just raw human emotions. Is someone had sex with me, therefore they are my girlfriend, even though you like logically understand that they're not. Yes,
That's it.
That's
the reason why.
I don't know.
With Boogie, no, I don't think he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart. I think.
Didn't you hear though? He
Like,
does everything out of the goodness of his heart.
For noble reasons.
Yeah, everything he does is for noble reasons. Giving
He
gifts
explained
to
away
hookers.
He explained away the expenditure on his natural desire and entitlement to sleep with beautiful women, as this was something he always wanted to do prior to his YouTube success and when running his porn blogs, lest we forget. It was his God-given right to sleep with Los Angeles tens, after all. Let's listen.
Los Angeles tens.
Which was very unique.
It's not a revelation. I like beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women, fuck beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s. With sugaring, I got to fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool.
There you go. What do you think about that?
That is cool, Boogie.
Yeah,
It's
very cool.
I think everybody is very impressed by your rubber ducky collection and the fact that you paid for sex.
Yes, when you put it like that. When you put it like that, who couldn't find that impressive?
Who couldn't find that awesome? Hey guys, did you
What a
hear?
life.
Boogie has fucked some LA 10s. He had to pay for them, but he fucked them.
I like how he paints that too. Like he paints it like, I just wanted the experience, right? Well, the motherfucker, why'd you spend $200,000 on it? That's not an experience. That's repeated experiences. That's every probably like 3 weeks you're fucking a LA 10.
I really feel like you could have done it for less than 200 grand as well.
Yeah. I don't know how much it costs, but it can't cost.
It can't cost $200,000 a fuck.
It can't. How much would an LA 10 cost? Well, that's such a
let's
demeaning
find out.
sentence. I don't actually know how much it would cost.
Just for research purposes, let's find this out. Actually, I'm just going to ask ChatGPT, how much do you have to pay to fuck LA 10s?
Yes, they'll know. All of this super intelligence for that purpose.
Ah, damn it. It says that it violates. All right. How much? What's violating about that question? How much?
How much are prostitutes in America?
LA 10 prostitutes in America.
Okay, so high-end escorts, it says overnight stays for high-end services can range from around $3,000 to $10,000.
Okay, it is pretty expensive. Maybe 10,000, 200,000 is probably not that far off then. That's just what it costs. Man,
That's
I
still
could
like
never, ever
20
imagine
times.
paying 10 grand for sex. It's a bit
No.
sad, hey?
No,
There's honestly something like way more noble about paying like $50 for sex, hey?
Yeah, you're giving it to the people that matter the most, that need it the most.
That need it the most.
Very noble.
Yeah, it's a charity. It's a charity, and you
I'm
got
doing
your
you a
dick shoved.
favor.
Yeah.
I'm doing you a favor. Nope, still suck it.
I'm teaching you how to fish.
So dumb. This is so painful. It was his God-given right to sleep with Los Angeles 10s after all. In a damning anonymous interview, a previous hire of Boogie's claimed that sleeping with him was one of the catalysts for her leaving the sex work industry entirely.
No.
And
Really?
I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie2988. We got back to the hotel, and I do regret to say that I slept with Boogie2988. Overall, the experience, and I don't mean to fat shame or anything, but there was rules upon rules upon rules, and it took me a lot of time to find a stick. I am now married with 2 kids, and sleeping with Boogie is one of the reasons I quit sex work.
Well, because she was so fat. Is that it?
Is that sexist to me? Sure.
That's bleak.
She didn't really say why.
That's
okay, so
awful.
because he's so fat, she left prostitution. Is that it?
Yeah,
Is that what she said? He was that fat.
Well, I mean, he probably wasn't a very pleasant experience for her, and I guess she looked at herself in the mirror afterwards and said, "Was it worth it?" And the answer was a resounding no.
Oh, look, I'd have sex with Boogie for 10 grand. That's not bad.
So gross.
I mean, look, it's honestly like you're making Boogie level money for that, aren't you? What was it? Boogie does like an hour's work a week and makes like 15 grand a month.
Yeah, I mean, he did box in a ring for
Although the
2
way that
minutes
she
and
was,
get paid
yes,
$10,000.
that's true as well. She is describing it as like a lot of work. She's saying that she's never worked harder for 10 grand in her life.
To be honest, I kind of get it from her angle. From your angle, sure, you like it's just easy money for you, but for someone in that position where prostitution is probably not the thing that they want to be doing in the first place, and then they have to sleep with this guy,
And
this
then
obese
surprise.
guy, and then yeah, I mean, it can't do much for your self-image. Probably wouldn't feel too good for women. Throughout the 55-minute documentary, we were also treated to Boogie self-sabotaging himself when meeting with an employment agency to try looking for a regular job to cover his expenses. He immediately launched into inappropriate answers and self-deprecation. He also openly referenced his time in the porn industry as
Nice.
previous work experience as another attempt at self-sabotage. Ultimately, the agency was able to find an opportunity for him, but even if they had found something, ultimately Boogie refused to get a job either way, letting his delusional ego fly in the process. Let's have a listen to that.
Okay.
I work in the porn industry for the better part of 7 years, so I mean...
Be real with me. Do you really think it would be a good idea to go to a real interview and reference porn?
It depended on the job, I would think. Like at a strip club maybe, but probably not.
I like how he's always just like, finding the intellectual chink in the armor. Well, what if I went to a strip club?
Yeah, what then?
Yeah, what then? Employment agency woman that's trying to help me.
Nice to meet you. My name is Dawn.
Dawn, I'm Boogie, or Steve.
Okay, what do you prefer to be called?
Honestly, probably Steve. Let's go with Steve.
Okay, Steve, no problem. Whatever you prefer. And so you are here today because you are seeking employment.
Yeah.
You're seeking out new work opportunities.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your background and where you think you want to go with the experience that you already have.
I did work at a small gaming store back in 2006, 2007. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed, so there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table. And then physically, I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I'm also a pedophile. Should mention I'm also a felon.
What's the nature of your felony?
Aggravated assault.
How old is it?
See, he does everything for noble causes, goddammit. He's doing this as what's the word? To inspire other fat people to also not get jobs.
And he's doing it.
Okay.
He's living the dream.
So I think there are...
It's beautiful. It's incredible.
He's an inspiration.
Boogie's relationship with Desi is also explored at length, with personal interviews revealing just how naive and misguided she is from her own childhood trauma and absent father, making her pairing with Boogie a dynamic that doesn't require much deep psychoanalysis to understand. Desi's attachment to Boogie, as heartbreaking as it is illustrated as she breaks down in tears at the thought of being separated from him while clutching a stuffed toy. I don't really want to watch this, but I'm going to put
whatever
it on.
we can. Are you prepared for that?
As long as I have you, that's all I need.
Have you ever thought about the fact that she's just waiting you out and trying to take your 401k when you're done?
I'm out. I'm broke.
You're broke.
I'm broke, yeah.
4 million subscribers.
Jesus
Even
Christ.
if he does go broke and has to sell the house, I'm still going to be by his side. he's the only one that I love and I care about, and there's only one of them. And so I'm not just gonna up and leave him for money, because money's an issue.
Because I love him, and just imagining a life without him is difficult.
I mean, my biggest fear is dying on her.
I do feel sorry
If I
for
die
her,
in
man.
an
She
accident.
does seem like a really sweet, like, you know, she seems like a really harmless lady.
No, I feel awful for her. Like,
Yeah, she seems like
I
a
don't.
sad woman, you know? Huh?
Yeah, I don't think she's bad in this situation by any means. I think that Boogie knows what he's doing. Basically, I think he knows that this isn't really the correct pairing.
I think he knows that, but I also do think that Boogie is also mentally ill as well. I think they are.
No, he is.
just both.
That's why they shouldn't.
Insane.
That's why. But he's well aware enough that this isn't a healthy relationship for her. But he's putting his own needs above her own, and
As is the Boogie way. You ride the Boogie. You knew what you was playing.
in that video, in that interview there, she's crying about the idea of losing Boogie, right? Like she's clearly like got what's the word?
Well, that would be you too, Jackson, as well. If you were getting interviewed and you were asked about the thought of Boogie dying,
Please,
you would
Boogie.
just be crying and just be like, "But I love him. I don't know what I'd do without Boogie.
I'm not ready to let him go. Please tell me it ain't so."
You could have filmed both of you at the same time, and you would have said exactly the same words at the same cadence with as many tears.
I'd be holding a stuffed toy as well. A Boogie stuffed toy.
Yeah, your Boogie stuffed toy.
No, she's clearly got abandonment issues and stuff like that, and like he's a substitute father figure almost, and so she's talking about not wanting to lose him and stuff. She's with a morbidly obese guy that's probably not got like 5-10 years left in him, really. So I don't know. It's
Let's
a fucked
be
up situation.
real.
I feel bad for her. She's I don't think she comes out of this like without some form of mental damage. Much can be gleaned from what's covered in the document, and he also doesn't treat her well, by the way. In general, like he uses her as a prop, he uses her as a tool, as for sexual satisfaction. Like he doesn't treat her well in every aspect I've seen. Much can be gleaned from what's covered in the documentary, but following a psychedelic revelation that his material anxieties and past traumas are ultimately inconsequential, Boogie found peace and gratitude in knowing he had his proverbial slice of the pie and returned to his content creation in one of the most self-aggrandizing and out-of-touch moments in Boogie history, which is saying a lot. This very deep and very profound outlook on life didn't last long, but regardless, that level of gratitude and peace is how Boogie left the documentary. Have a quick listen. So he went out into the bushes and did like what's the word?
Yeah,
Like,
he did like ayahuasca or something, didn't he?
ayahuasca, yeah. So this is his idea. He's like, "Look, Mike, I know you were trying to set me up with finding a job and stuff like that, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to go into the forest and do drugs with a shaman, and that's going to fix my outlook on life."
Not bad. Good content.
Man, yeah, my parents are just crazy. They're broken people.
Parents?
Yeah. Stewards. People who are like trying to oh, okay. Okay. Yep. That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
What?
Like they don't, I mean, that shit doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. That was the dumbest shit. Oh, and it happened so long ago. Like I've just been waiting for the right time to just drop that shit.
So, when did you feel the need of this separate personality? Was that like what you used as a coping mechanism to socialize with?
Oh, that's exactly what it is, right? Like I didn't know what the hell, I didn't know how to communicate what I was dealing with or what I was going through, and I just...
Right, we put on these different faces in order
Oh my god, I can't handle listening to fucking stoners and shit that druggies talk about.
Really? I was listening there and I was like, this is some deep shit, man.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's really not up your alley, is it? Pokemon is up your alley, and
Yeah.
listening to stoners talk about like hippie self-improvement is up to mine.
I don't mind self-improvement.
Honestly, when I watched this the first time through, I was like, you came through a lot of breakthroughs, man.
Shut up.
Honestly, yeah, him just whinging about his parents and then saying, oh.
That's all he does. That's all he's done throughout 20 years. This isn't a revelation for him. This is all he's ever done is bitch and complain and whine.
No. That's what I'm saying. That while he's high, he goes, oh, that actually doesn't matter. When I first heard that, I was like, that's actually, like, a lot of people need to hear that, man.
A lot of people have been saying that to him for these entire 20 years. And also...
including Jackson. So, all right. So you're just jealous that why does he listen to the ayahuasca and not me?
No.
Yes.
I see this as an act as well. He's not talking about having multiple faces right now to cope. Right now, he's putting on an act yet again to defend himself and all the criticism, knowing that this is going into a documentary, and now he can look like he's having a breakthrough to people like you. When he's not. He knows all of this stuff. He's known it forever. It's all an act. It's not a breakthrough.
Really, you think that he's conscious enough of that even when he's high as shit and he's having an ego death? Or you think he's just putting the ego death on?
I think he's just putting the ego death on.
Damn, Jackson, you might give him an inch.
I'm not giving you... I know
let the
him.
Man trip. You're killing his buzz, man.
I think he's stronger than the ego death. He overpowers it.
You think Boogie's ego is stronger than ego death?
His ego can't die. There's no death there. It's immortal.
Ah, fuck, that's hilarious.
It's true though.
I'm dying.
He's well enough aware of the fact of how he's appearing on camera. I believe that.
Damn, dude. I don't not. You are just a cluey guy, Jackson, so you could be right. But I just like the idea of Boogie tripping balls in the woods with a hippie just being like, you man, like, why do you call yourself Boogie, man? You know?
However, the same can't be said for the disappointed viewers who were left horrified by the behavior of the proclaimed Mr. Rogers of the internet. Boogie took to YouTube just prior to its release to promote the feature, sharing that he intended the documentary to be a transparent confessional. See? Oh, I mean, that's what his goal was, right? To paint himself as the victim yet again. Talk about all of his warts and what led him there. And mission accomplished. So it's not really a documentary. You can't really call this a documentary.
What do you call it then?
I don't know. A fun video. Sure. You can call it that, but...
Fun video. Well, documentary does get thrown around a lot on YouTube, doesn't it? It seems to be interviewing people in chairs counts as a documentary. If you're interviewing more than one person in 2 hours, it's a documentary.
If you're trying to take an unfiltered look into the life of someone, an unbiased look into the life of someone, the person that you're documenting can't really play a part in it. Like they can't make... You can't like... set up segments with them, for example, and shit like that. It has to be an unfiltered look. Like Boogie's already controlling the lens a little bit. Ultimately, Mike Clum's documentary became a stain on whatever legacy Boogie intended to leave, and a damning indictment of his character in which he shamelessly tears through most of his 7 Deadly Sins bingo card, even while Boogie himself is completely disingenuous and playing it up throughout. Let's have a look at some just random clips that we've listed here.
My best feature. This is the one the ladies love. I call it my meat apron. I have two meat curtains. There's a second one.
No.
I have two.
No, not the second.
Meat curtains.
It's a lie.
I don't like showing it to people. And
it's hairy too.
People don't like
How could the
seeing
bitches not love it?
Oh, now you understand why that poor woman left prostitution.
Yeah, no, I fully understand now. Yeah. When you see another one come out under the other meat apron and it's sentient, begging to be killed. Yeah, you can't unsee that. It's very Alien Resurrection.
Let's have a look at his daily expenses.
Trying to figure out how to save my career. What's up? Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 kind of chill. I was getting to the power of the internet. Today, let's talk a little bit about why you got to do better than I did, right? I've told the audience, I've told you guys, I've told everybody, this is the center of my world, right here in this recliner with my dogs, watching television.
So last 30 days financials, he's got income of 5,742. Again, take this with a grain of salt. It's Boogie. Expenses are $7,800. The deficit.
What do you mean
is,
take it with a grain of salt? As in he is lying about his expenses?
Yeah, I mean, he very well could have been lying or not being completely
Okay, so
honest
he's
about
just
how much
constantly
he's
saying
making.
that he's broke because he's realized that you can get more money if you say you're broke.
No, I do think that at the time he was broke. I'm just saying, just take the direct numbers, the specific numbers with a grain of salt. I do think he was losing money at the time. $7,800 expenses leaves $2,000 loss for that month. Which again, hey, I wonder how he would be going if he had $1 million or $700,000 in the bank or $200,000 that he spent on prostitutes in the bank instead. He could last 100 months with this deficit if he had that money laying around in a
if he just fucked one
account.
LA 10, just one.
Just one to get it over
Just
and done
so he
with.
could
Sure, I
experience.
couldn't even fault him with that. Sure, whatever. And then he's got 100 months of he doesn't even need to make any money. Well, I mean he does, but you know, he's safe for 100 months. That's 10 years. That's crazy.
10
years of guaranteed safety
or 10
net.
LA 10s.
Yeah,
Damn.
worth it.
Worth it.
Playing video games on that television. But the other day, the audio on this TV started to go out. And whenever it would make like S sounds, it would crackle. And so I know I'm budgeting, but I immediately went to Amazon and bought a sound bar for $100. And then the next day.
Look how he laughs. Again, he was begging just moments ago on YouTube about needing you to send in super chats and buy his shitty t-shirts and help out his sponsors or whatever because he's got the best sponsors. And here he is. His TV makes crackling noises whenever there's S's coming through it. He goes out and buys a $100 sound bar. And then he giggles about it. Then he sits on the couch of the documentary and he's like, oh, I know I'm meant to be budgeting right now, but look at me, I'm just a giant goofball. I just spent $100 on a soundbar. It's funny, isn't it, guys?
Jackson, having said all of this, you're very glad you're not Boogie, right?
Everyone's glad they're not Boogie. So he does inspire. You're right. Yeah, he does inspire. It is a very noble cause. You're right.
He's a human Greek tragedy.
And now I have a $100 sound bar that I don't need. But I know I'm supposed to be budgeting right now, but because that's my TV, because that's my only source of entertainment, because it's the only thing I do, it's one of the only things that bring me peace. Like, I'm like, I have to be able to hear my fucking TV. But
oh, shucks, look at him. He's resting his chin on the packaging. Don't you just feel bad for him? He needs his TV, Jordan.
Well, he does very much remind me of my mum. I bet you a lot of people's mums speak like that. It's always just like justifying things they can't afford with that kind of language every time.
I just need it.
I have to have an antique. Well, if you have an antique, it'll have resale value. And it's sturdy. It's been around for 100 years. So it'll be around for 100 more. I can't have something from Fantastic Furniture. It has to be an antique. It's that kind of way of speaking.
Yeah. Let's have a look at this.
Lab.
Okay, so he's listing out his expenses right now. Health insurance, $800 a month. Medical bills, $500 a month. Utilities, $500 a month. Doctor's visits, $750 a month. Physical therapy, $950 a month. Which I don't know what that entails. What is physical therapy? Like,
what is
just
physical
exercises?
therapy? Like physio? Is that
For him? What does that mean? Yeah. Labs, $325.
Constantly. I still have to pay for the car that I drive. I still have to pay for car insurance. I still have to pay for health insurance. Diablo 4 came out. I had to buy it. Final Fantasy 16 came out. I had to
Why
buy
did he have
Tears
to
of the
buy
Kingdom
it?
Came out. I had.
Well, because he wanted it, of course. So he
Because he
lists all
wanted
the
it. It's
video
not because
games.
it's like, I'm a streamer. I'm a professional streamer. Wasn't that?
No, he doesn't even stream video games as far as I know, or not anymore. So no. And from what I remember, having a look at his like achievement accounts and his online profiles and stuff, he like plays these kinds of games for like an hour and then never plays them again.
Nice.
So I'm not fully sure. Also, again, he's sitting in front of like multiple giant arcade cabinets. You could have just played them for a month then, Boogie, instead of buying Final Fantasy 16 for $90.
To buy it. That's $400 for the video games right there. But if you take out
Jesus. It's a man, again, it's a man who's had it so easy for 10 years that he doesn't even understand the concept of like budgeting or anything like that, nor needing to cut back. because he deserves everything. He deserves LA 10s. He deserves Final Fantasy 16.
He's never done it before, yeah.
He can't even fathom a world where he doesn't get what he wants.
Exactly.
Soon after the release of Mike Clum's documentary, Boogie would end up becoming a main host of the new Lolcow podcast, appearing alongside ex-boxing opponent Wings of Redemption and YouTuber Tommy C. The podcast initially launched in November 2023 and was the brainchild of Keemstar. Keem's original intent behind the podcast was supposedly to help Boogie and Wings get back to a more positive place with their careers and create some interesting content in the process. His plan was also to get them to face their demons and past accusations, which viewers had grown accustomed to them avoiding. However, even if Keem had only the best intentions going into the podcast, it would end up being both a blessing and a curse. In his own words, on a podcast discussing the Lolcow podcast, in just the first few months of the show running, it was already hell, as he describes it. He described both Boogie and Wings as, quote, retarded, and that they didn't understand the internet and how to deal with criticism online and use it in a positive way meaning making money for yourself. He went on to vent that there were numerous problems dealing with them, citing personal and technical behaviors not up to the standards of established YouTubers that he had worked with in the past. He mentioned that they would often forget to record video on their end. Wings' hour-long files often
sounds like
being over
working
20
with me.
gigabytes in size. It is actually very similar to working with Jordan. Wings' hour-long files often being over 20 gigabytes in size despite being terrible quality. And Wings even ghosting Keem for a scheduled live stream between the two of them in front of thousands of viewers. It really is you.
Yeah, it's me minus the thousands of viewers because we don't live stream, but that's Jackson's life.
Well, I mean, I
Jackson
show
is
up 20 minutes
Keemstar,
late.
I am Boogie.
Yeah. What a astounding comparison to make for yourself. I bet you're very proud.
Don't end up like me, folks. Yeah.
He's doing it for noble causes, of course.
I'm a lesson, yeah. I'm a lesson, everybody. You just got to look at things positively.
Keem even stated that Boogie was his least favorite host on the podcast due to him constantly playing the victim card and telling so many sob stories. Let's listen to that right now.
Weird.
No,
Who's your least favorite of all the hosts?
Oh, that's a hard one. Maybe Boogie. Maybe Boogie, because Boogie just does the sob story shit a lot of the time. But it's just like Boogie's there to play victim and everyone to tell him to go and end it all. Like that's the point of Boogie being on there. I don't know.
What a strong point for existence. Boogie's entire life's purpose is just for him to play victim and people to tell him to go kill himself, basically. in Keemstar's analysis. Boogie's unprofessionalism on the podcast also started early, though. After just a couple of episodes of filming in November of 2023 and all of the effort of getting it up and running, Boogie was invited onto another podcast and was coerced into spilling information of what had been discussed on those podcasts. Keem's reaction was over the top and harsh. He immediately told Boogie that he would be kicked from the podcast and continuously called him a retard and said that he should kill himself. Not only that, but he insisted that Boogie get on his hands and knees and beg for forgiveness and apologize to everyone involved in the podcast, which Boogie unbelievably did. Let's have a watch.
I need you to fuck off. Like, seriously,
this
fuck
is Keemstar
off.
talking right now.
I need you to get on your fucking hands and knees, have your girlfriend fucking film you and say, I'm sorry, Keemstar. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm sorry, fucking Tommy C, Nicholas Diorio, Muta, fucking Tom, everybody that's even fucking cared about the Lolcow podcast. I'm such a selfish attention fucking retard that I want attention. I want to be in conversation so bad that I gave the entire storyline of what's been happening on episode 1 to fucking Review Tech USA because I'm so thirsty to just talk to someone. I'm that big of a fucking loser. Make that video, you piece of shit.
I'm sorry, Tommy C. I'm sorry, Daddy Keemstar. I'm sorry, Nicholas Di Fiorio. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sorry, Jordy. I'm fucking sorry.
Meanwhile, he's wearing like a Star Wars shirt as well, like Princess Leia and an Ewok or something.
Sorry.
Christ.
It was fucking stupid of me to go on Rich's fucking show and give away the fucking storyline. I'm a fucking attention hog piece of shit. It was fucking stupid. I should have left the moment Muta came on. I'm fucking stupid. And I'm fucking sorry. I understand your decision. I'll hand over any passwords you need, wherever you want. Sorry.
Jesus fucking
Wow.
Christ.
Wow. Have we been missing out?
What
do
do you
you
mean?
rate the LOLcow podcast? I mean,
some of them.
you've got to give it to him. Keemstar is a great Jerry Springer. He's
No,
a
he
really
is.
good
That's what
Jerry
I'm saying.
Springer.
You have to respect the talent in Keemstar, for sure. You 100% do. But at the same time, like, a lot of it is obviously manufactured and stuff, which does
So the
hurt
LOLcow
enjoyment for
podcast
me.
is manufactured.
Yeah, a lot of the storylines are. There's a lot of genuine moments of Boogie being an absolute fucking idiot, and I think that was probably a genuine moment of Keemstar. Keemstar
So do you
putting
think that
Boogie in that
Keemstar was
situation.
genuinely pissed off at that or not really? And he just saw it as like more content.
No, I do think that Keemstar was, well, both. Obviously, he knows what makes good content, but at the same time, like, I do think he was genuinely pissed off that Boogie went on a different podcast and basically spoiled the entire upcoming episode. So I think that was genuine, and I think Boogie, being a whimpering little sniveling dog, whining at the feet of, or begging at the feet of Keemstar to keep his position on the show, was genuine as well. But then in the future, obviously they know what works now on LOLcow Live, and they know what situations to play up and such, and it doesn't feel very genuine. But early on, I think it was novel enough, and that's why it was successful.
Okay. And Boogie just doesn't have any shame, does he? It's quite remarkable.
No.
He's somebody that you can tell has like a very high opinion of himself, but then he's also willing to stoop. It's a strange combination of a man.
I mean, he should have shame. He definitely doesn't have shame.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Like, I couldn't imagine filming myself genuinely on the floor on my knees, begging for forgiveness from someone, and then having that go out to the world. I think I would kill myself. Like, that's so embarrassing and humiliating on so many different levels. Like,
Yes,
how
it is.
weak would you feel?
Very.
So, yeah, I couldn't put myself in that situation. I couldn't even imagine putting myself in that situation. But he does, and he does it gleefully and happily and almost immediately as soon as demanded of him. He is Keemstar's little dog at the moment, and has been for the last few years, because Keemstar is the only one that's like monetizing Boogie, basically, who's able to monetize Boogie.
And it's quite incredible as well, because as you frequently point out, there is no excuse for Boogie not being able to monetize himself.
No,
He's
I mean,
too
he
famous.
could do all of this. Yeah, he could do all of this on his own, really. He doesn't even need Keemstar. Like, for all of Boogie's faults and you know, issues and stuff, he is a good speaker. Like, he is a good off-the-cuff speaker. And he's pretty entertaining when it comes down to it. He could be fine. It's just like all of his demons catch up to him, and he's just not likable anymore. But even then, he doesn't need Keemstar to humiliate himself anymore. So just monetize that, and you'd probably keep more of it. Regardless of Keem's grievances, the podcast had garnered a fan base of paying members who were keen to see more, and he felt that he had an obligation to continue on with it, although it can certainly be argued that he was taking advantage of Boogie and his fellow hosts. Keem felt differently. He argued that they are a part of the podcast, getting a paycheck every month off the back of it, and that rather than everyone else making money off the back of their stupid decisions, they could instead, quote, monetize their retardation, end quote, themselves. Which is, I mean, that's what happened. It's true. It was a good strategy, ultimately. Although this might have been seen as a new source of stable income for Boogie, perhaps his early issues with the podcast should have been a sign of things to come for him. The LOLcow podcast was soon to become the scene of the most explosive arguments and meltdowns that the internet had ever seen from Boogie, and yet more controversy was just around the corner for him in June of 2024. Now, this document is enormous. We're only halfway through this final part. I think we're going to have to split this into two parts. I think we're going to need a fourth part here to continue on, because it's getting late where we currently are. And I think it's best to save the second part of this document as one giant part at the end. So, Jordan, I think
It's
let's
the
go
gift
do
that
it for this
keeps on
episode.
giving. Thank you for your guidance, Jackson. It was very much appreciated.
All right, that's going to do it for this week's episode. We're having some technical issues as well. Jordan's disappeared. His internet connection has completely disappeared. Boogie must have found out about this episode. He's called in a hit on Jordan. We'll see you next time for part 4. Yes, a surprise part 4. Our appetite is too great for Boogie. We need more. And just a quick reminder, make sure that you guys check out Smut Rot. It's up right now, linked below. A lot of fun. If you want more fun with Jordan and I, where we read bad fan fiction, go check that out. And also Jordan's live shows linked below as well. Go watch his live shows if you're in Australia. They're going to be a lot of fun talking about the end of the world in a very funny way. Go check that out. Thank you. Bye.